is Smythe, host of the Team Podcast. We love sports just like you.
Welcome to Team Podcast, episode 059. My name is Nash, host of Team Podcast. And with me, a co-host, Wells, of the Horseplay Podcast.
What's going on?
And on the ones and twos, we got the great DJ Smythe.
What's going on?
That's not your answer.
What do you mean?
Catch stealing your bit, Wells, changing up his catchphrases.
Stealing Wells' catchphrase again. Back to back.
Well, I said was what's going on. It's not a...
I don't know.
catchphrase.
It was yours and now I'm stealing it, bro.
Right.
And with us today, we got Benny.
Guess who's back again?
Was last time you were on?
Like 3 weeks
Probably
ago.
last time I saw you guys. No, man, longer than that.
4 weeks ago.
No, longer than
4
that.
weeks ago.
Yo,
Go fucking
that was
decide.
crazy, man. That was a while ago.
I think it was during the holidays.
Before the holidays, right? Yeah, so it's
Oh,
been
yeah,
a
you were
while.
on before Christmas. Yeah.
You
So,
know,
yeah, it's been a
before
while.
I got on the holiday weight, so trying to cut that weight now, man.
It's been a while. What is going on, guys? Any fun stories from your week?
Week? How about 2 weeks, man?
Or 2 weeks, sorry. Yeah,
the
sorry.
last 2 weeks.
Apologize to you kids. We missed last week.
Yeah. First and foremost, apologies.
Yes, apologies to that.
I mean, I was in Collingwood at a chalet at the top of the hill at Blue Mountain. You ever done that before? That's different. No, I didn't go skiing because the weather was not good. But if I were to go skiing, you can literally just like drive your car 1 minute, put all your ski stuff on, then ski down the hill and go get your live pass and then live your life. So that was exciting for me, I guess.
Did you go skiing like 2 weeks ago or something like that?
Yes, I did go skiing 2 weeks ago.
How was that?
Good, I suck, but whatever.
Yeah, you want to call that skiing? Call it going down a hill.
Pizza!
I went down a hill there.
I went down the actual hill from top to bottom one time. Terrified.
Wow.
I was like, well, I'm done. I had enough.
Just one time?
One time. I did the bunny, so it's like halfway up and whatever.
Too much work. Whew.
Yeah. I did like the halfway up the whole time, and the one time I was like, oh my god, this is far. Or running down the hill takes like 10-15 minutes.
Don't forget, when you French fry, when you're supposed to pizza, you're going to have a bad time. You guys remember that?
What movie is that?
That's from South Park, man. Did you guys watch that? Back in the day?
South Park has like thousands of episodes. You
yeah.
want me to?
That
like,
was one of the most famous, man. You guys remember that?
I fell off like South Park like season 2. So
It
I
was
haven't
like
seen it.
Don't you
years
have a
ago.
kid, man. God, you watching South Park?
That's a long time
Every
ago.
episode of South Park.
That was long before kids.
Epic.
Anything exciting from your week, Wells?
No, man.
Man.
That was quick. Nah.
How about you, Benny? Nothing?
Well, it's warming up from last week to this week. That's about it, man. Nothing. Same old same, man.
Man, you guys
Just grinding. It's that
Well,
time.
what do you got?
It's
What
like
do you
the
got?
dog
What
days
do
of
you-
winter right now, man.
What'd you get up to, Mr. Monumental?
Tons of stuff. Too much to explain. But yesterday, I decided randomly I'm just going to go out. And was it yesterday? No, 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I just started just randomly, you know what? Because usually I like to walk around the city. Now it's starting to warm up. So I decided, you know what? Let me just walk around the city a little bit. This is at maybe 7 o'clock at night or whatever. So I'm walking around. I decided, let me try and get a jerk poutine. So I went into the poutineery. And lo and behold, who was sitting there right in front of me? The Weeknd.
Yeah, man. He's in Toronto, man. Yeah, he's in Toronto. Man.
Just randomly, I was like walking by. I was like, "Oh, The Weeknd." He's like, "Hey." It's like,
Did you actually say that? Oh, it's the weekend?
yeah. I was like,
He said it out loud.
I actually said it out loud.
He probably looked at me like, no, man, Tuesday.
What was it like that? I was like, "Oh, hey, it's you." He's like, "Oh," hey. And that was the interaction we had. But it's just hilarious. This random Weeknd just
Didn't
sitting
say
there.
you were his biggest fan.
Why would you?
Why would I say that?
Didn't tell him he makes great music. Didn't want to appreciate the work he's done. Just hey.
Now, surprisingly short. No, not really surprisingly short. He's just
He's a small dude.
a small dude. This is a really teeny guy. So that was it.
So okay, here's the question:
Shoot.
if you ever run into like someone famous, like
We had this. I was talking about this too. But go on,
yeah,
continue.
yeah, like do you like? I couldn't like just like be like, holy shit, it's oh sorry man, holy crap, it's like it's
It's
whoever
blah,
it
blah.
is, and like can I get a picture? I can't do that, man.
Now,
Like,
how many celebrities have you run into? Like, is there any big name celebrities you run into?
the best, I actually have a really good story. I don't know if I've told it on here, but it's the time I met Lawrence Fishburne at my work. At
No,
the
you
time.
never said that. You know.
I didn't tell you this?
No.
Oh man, this is a good story. So this is like 2011, and I know it's 2011 because it's the time that the Vancouver Canucks were going on that run in the Stanley Cup, and the Stanley Cup was on. I was working at a pub, and to get to the office, you had to cut through the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was going to the office and back a few times, get like some papers and stuff. It was like later after the dinner rush. And I go to the office and I see a guy. I'm like, is that Morpheus? and like everyone else at the bar is kind of like respecting his like not privacy, but like he's sitting at the bar. It's not like he's like doesn't want like he wants to be alone. And so I walked by, like I went to the office and I walked by again and he stopped me and he's like, "Are you the chef here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the sous chef. I'm on duty. I'm in charge." He's like, "Make me something that's not on the menu." And I'm like, "What? You don't like our menu?" He's like, "No, I just want something fresh. Like make something fresh." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "What do you like? Do you have anything?" He's like, "Just be creative. I don't care. Something pubby." I'm like, "Okay."
Chicken fingers and fries.
No, so I was like,
I make Morpheus.
I'm like, okay, well, we just kind of
See, this is pressure now. Because Morpheus just asked you to make you something.
Yeah,
so you want something memorable from to go, yes.
Well, it wasn't memorable, but
or at least something
he was on a pub. He wanted something pubby. So
this is a lot of pressure.
So I was like, okay, what can I do? And I'm like, okay, we just made like a fresh batch of shepherd's pie. I'm like, oh shit, I'll make them. I got an idea. So I made shepherd's pie egg rolls, and it was like basically shepherd's pie inside of an egg roll.
Yeah.
And like I made like a custom gravy to put on the side. So I like made it, handed it to him. I'm like, enjoy. I came back out I pretended to go to the office this time, just go by and see how he felt. But he goes, dude, those were amazing. He's like, that's exactly what I wanted. I'm like, sick. So a couple of like an hour or so later, I finish, and he asked me to come sit beside him, and like,
oh yeah.
I hung out with Lawrence Fishburne for like 2 hours that night. And
Are you
like,
serious?
That's
Wow.
awesome. That's a good sign.
and it wasn't like I never asked for a picture. I never like wanted like we were just two guys talking about what was going on. He's like, you guys go crazy for hockey here. He's like, none of these teams are like Toronto, and you're still going like watching it, and people are watching it. And then we were just like talking about why he's in town, and his wife is filming a show there in Toronto, like in that area, like near Casa Loma. And I worked near Casa Loma at that time. But then I screwed it up at the end, man. I screwed it up at the end because we were talking, and then I called him Larry, and he did not like that one bit. He goes, "Don't ever call me Larry again."
Oh man,
That was it, man. I hung out with Lawrence Fishburne for like a couple hours. We drank.
Bro,
he bought me a bunch of drinks.
Call him Larry?
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
I don't know, man, because we had a couple of drinks in us, and I thought
you got
we were,
confused. You just got. Or
I just said it. It slipped out.
He hates you now.
Lawrence Fishburne, he called someone Larry, and he's like, and his face went like dead serious, and he was like, "Don't call me Larry." That was cool, man. That's my. I didn't mean to hijack your story,
man.
but
That's a good
No,
story.
that's a good story. That's a good story.
yeah.
Any celebrities you guys run into? Smythe, Benny?
Yeah, well, back in the day, eons ago in Toronto.
Back in the day.
Oh, this is a while ago. I don't know if you guys were around then, but it was when, like Vince Carter used to own that club inside.
Yeah.
Years ago, right? So I was like a natural. I was like a guest there all the time, right?
Yeah.
I was there like every Saturday, sometimes Fridays. Just walk in, doesn't matter, right? Those the big clubbing days. And I remember one time because used to have celebrities come there all the time. I just didn't care, right? I talked to a bunch of people here and there, like I didn't care. But the one time I was actually starstruck, and I was like freaking out was when I saw Prince.
What?
Prince was at the club,
Man,
like,
and I swear to you, there was like an oar. It was mad wild, son.
So it's funny. So I was, I remember I was downstairs because there are multiple levels. If anyone's been here, now it's condos, but this was a multiple level club bar. And I remember I was downstairs and I was going upstairs. And, I bumped into the owner of the club, started talking to him for a little bit. He's like, "Hey, listen, I gotta go. Just give me just 1 second." And then next thing you know, all I see is like massive dudes, because I think they opened up some crazy side door and they came out. Sees like 3 or 4 massive guys come out, and out of nowhere, I see this like little guy just like walking in. And I was just like, and I had to do a double take. I was like, "Is that Prince?" Yo, that's Prince. I was like, I started freaking out. I was like, "God damn, that's Prince. Oh my goodness," right? And then anyway, so then like things were going on. He was in the club. He's like chilling, like sitting in the corner, like sipping his drink. Like,
All I can
Look at
think
Prince's
about,
face. It's
all
so
I can
funny.
think about is the skit from Chappelle.
That's all I'm thinking about.
but that was long before Chappelle, man. This was like,
Yeah.
Man,
Couple years,
early
yeah.
2000, man, maybe late 90s. I can't remember. It was a while ago. And then out of nowhere, like because the club used to be banging, and like I don't know, they start playing. I think it was like Dove's Cry, one of the songs from like Prince, and then everybody in the whole club just like turned their heads and look at Prince, and Prince is like, "Oh God!" And like literally, he just probably left like 15 minutes later, and that was one of my greatest. I met like a lot of people, but that was the one time I was actually starstruck. Yeah, that was great, man. Prince.
Any celebrity encounters from you? Like living in a city, you run into basketball players all the time. Basketball players, hockey players. That's like
I've seen them on the street.
I met like basketball players, whatever. It's like
locally in watering holes.
Yeah, I've run into.
I've run into Sony players. Yeah, but like I wouldn't call that an encounter. Like I mean, like I actually talked and hung out with Lawrence Fishburne, right? Like I didn't. I mean, like I didn't see him a wave or whatever. Like
I've never done anything like that. The most I do is like, hey man, I appreciate what you're doing, and that's it. I'm done. Like I don't need to like sit down and talk to you. Like I don't like you have to, and like I'm living my life.
I always feel like you don't want to bother them or whatever. Like I ran into Jared Leto, and Martin Sheen. The Martin Sheen one was kind of weird because I was in Hamilton, and I was just walking down the street and just off my lunch, and I look over at this. It was an old classic car that pulled up, red classic car. I was like, "Oh, that's a nice car." Top was down, and everything. I was like, "Wait, I know that guy." Oh, it's Martin Sheen. Then I look around. And I accidentally walked onto a movie set.
Oh, that's so funny. They're like, what are you doing here? Cut, yeah.
Cameras and everything were all around. I was like, oh, oops. So, whatever.
He hates you too.
He probably didn't even notice I was there. Because there's just people walking. I was like, whatever.
Everyone else getting paid except for you. Just on the street.
So, yeah, being in Toronto, like, you run into the celebrities here and there every so often, filming movies or whatever. So,
yeah, it's definitely a hot spot.
Musicians and whatnot. So that's my little celebrity story. Nothing else from the weekend, eh? Nothing else for the week. You guys lame. Oh, a question I had to ask for you guys though. If you had to fight,
come up with this crap, man.
If you had to fight an exact copy of yourself to the death, how would you outsmart yourself, Benny?
I don't understand this question.
Like it's a simple question. Hold on. If you had to defeat yourself, how would you do it?
Is this like Attack of the Clones? Like someone who's like exact
whatever.
Him? But why would I want to fight him?
He wants to kill you. He wants to kill you.
Why he wants to kill me? Because I look like him? Like
yes,
this is like Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
But like, I don't understand because like, does he have this? Is he the same mentality as you?
He is you. He is you.
Yo, this sounds like
it's like Black Mirror stuff.
Yeah,
that.
It's a question because you know yourself. So how would you defeat yourself? You
it's
know
like
yourself.
the Wolverine, the last Wolverine movie.
Show him a pair of titties and trap him. That's it.
So now we know Will's weakness.
That ain't a secret. check my history, man.
My history. Check my stats.
I don't know, man. That's that'd be the weirdest thing ever. I never asked.
You got anything, Smith?
Yeah, I feel like, so if it's a fight to the death, right? I know me. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go as grimy as possible. Someone run up and kick you in the nuts, grab your eyeballs, try to poke them right out. So when he runs up to do that toe punt, you got to side step. You got right in the throat. Put him down, you start to get on. Because me, if I get up, get that upper hand on you, I'm gonna try to come in and break something right away. So you gotta come in and just straight right here, try to put me down immediately.
You thought about this before, didn't you?
No, you asked a question. You gotta just put 5 minutes.
Well, you put this together though.
What if it happens?
Sound like that hip hop song.
So basically, you have to. You are gonna fight dirty, so you have to fight. You have to fight extra dirty.
No, you got to make sure you avoid that first dirty. Because if you go for a toe punt and you miss, that leaves you extremely exposed.
Why are you looking at that way, Wells?
With that extreme exposure, you can't just do like a regular whatever. You have to have a debilitating shot. A shot to the throat puts anybody. No one could take that shot to the throat. Everyone's going down. So, yeah, I planned it out. I'd win. I'd beat me.
I figured you'd have to cut my Achilles because anytime I see an Achilles cut in a movie, I literally have to turn away.
You cringe?
I cringe. I have to look away.
Different from looking at it, but actually having to is probably even worse.
I know, probably doing it is actually worse. But I cringe every time. You've probably seen the movie Hostel. And there was that last scene at the end where he's on a chair and
spoiler alert for everyone.
That was rough.
The movie's like 10 years old.
Yeah. That was one of the most.
That's your example. I would say Kill Bill.
That too. Well, they never actually show it. They
do?
No, I'm
Kill Bill?
I've never actually seen it because I always turn away.
Spoiler alert.
That movie's 15 years old.
No, it goes right up to it, but I don't think they actually showed a slice. No, I don't think they showed a slice.
Man, I'll bring it up right now.
Yeah, look it up.
I know it. I've seen that movie so many times.
It is a great movie.
I do cringe. I cringe every time with that. Yeah, I cringe every time.
That's a cringe one.
That's one of the things. It's not. Yeah, I can never look at that out of anything. You can pull someone's guts out in a movie. I'm like, oh, okay. Achilles slice? No, thank you.
You can't walk anymore. That's so sad.
Any recommends of Warren from you guys?
I got a couple, but I know you're probably gonna say the one that I'm gonna say. So
no. What are you gonna say?
Life, Love, and Robots on Netflix.
You watched it?
Yeah, I watched all of it.
Nice, eh?
I
Nice.
mean, it's beautiful. All it is 10 to 15 minute clips, all animated.
Not all animated.
Yeah, all animated.
No, because there's that one with the guy from that '70s show. That's not animated.
Yeah, but he's not animated. But everything else is animated. And there's the one with the same guy, and with the fridge.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is, it kind of follows what Black Mirror is like, and every one thing has like a twist on it. But they're super short. They're very easy to watch, and they kind of make you think. And there's a lot of like anime nudity that gets thrown in there.
Every time there's nudity in anime, I always sit there and it's like, somebody has to draw that. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, like why would
that's so weird.
And it's virtually every other one. Did you recognize that?
Not every other one, but there was a lot. There was a lot of it.
It was crazy. Anyway, it's great. And what they were saying for that, they can just throw in 5 or 6 or 7 episodes of it whenever they want, something that you can keep coming back to. So it's really good.
It's very easy to watch. Very easy to watch. Recommends Warren's.
I have a second recommend.
Go ahead.
Arrested Development season 5. Remember how that show?
That show's still going on.
Yeah. Remember how season 4 was awful and they had to redo it because it was so bad. Season 5. They really brought it back together. If you've watched any of it, I recommend you going to season 5 and watching it. It's funny. The narration part really gets me. The fact that it narrates and gives you like back end stories and scenes and stuff out of it. Mm-hmm. That's the favorite part about the show, and they've brought it back tenfold. Works as good as the first 3 seasons. So that's a recommend.
Warren's. It's like this is your first time doing the show. Warren's.
Okay. Warren number 1, Big Brother Canada. Have you guys?
No, I'm not a reality show. I'm not a reality show guy. So.
And Big Brother usually is fantastic. They
Usually.
Well, I love that show. I watch all the time. This episode of this season of Big Brother Canada, I don't want to say they brought in a bunch of lames.
Do you watch all the Big Brothers?
Yes.
Like the UK ones and all that stuff? Or just the 2?
I watch Canada and US.
Okay.
Because they're here, obviously, right? It's
You don't have the time. Talk from the guy who just finished his hockey tournament.
Yeah, that's right. I dedicate my time to certain things. That's one of the things. But yeah, the season's not that good, so you can watch it. It's not much fun. Like the people aren't really characters. They're not really playing the kind of Big Brother game that you like. And my second one is the James Harden hype train.
What's wrong with that?
The playoffs are going to start soon, and everyone's going to turn on this guy. Don't follow the hype. If you like people scoring a lot of points, appreciate what he's doing.
Oh, you mean appreciate it? Or you mean... Oh, sorry. Anyway, sorry. I interrupted.
Everyone's saying he's going to win MVP again. He's the most unstoppable player of all time. Yeah, like, don't get on the hype train. The playoffs are going to start. Everyone's going to turn on him. All I'm saying is, if you appreciate what he's doing now, but don't expect
Didn't he kind of do this last year, though?
Forever.
And he made it to the final. Yeah.
36 points per game? No, he did not. 30, whatever he's scoring right now, that's not him.
It's pretty high still.
He averaged 27, 28 last year?
Still pretty high.
It was high, but... There's 4 or 5 guys that are scoring that, right? He's scoring at a ridiculous... Like, he's scoring at a Kobe Bryant clip right now. And that doesn't win championships. Anyway, those are my words.
All right. What else you got, anything?
Just a warm.
Shoot.
The Purge TV show.
What?
They made a TV show?
What?
Like on Netflix or like...
On Amazon.
This is new?
No, it's a couple years old.
Yeah, it's a couple years old.
It's not a couple years old.
Yeah,
it came out 2018.
Early.
Or a year old.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a year. I watched the whole thing
September.
when it came out.
2018.
And you liked it?
I thought it was good.
Okay. I believe you well. So
I-
it's probably awful.
I enjoy all of the Purge, though. I think the concept is great.
I do too, man. I like the concept. I actually thought the concept is better as a TV show than as a movie.
I thought it would have been better as a TV show
because I like the idea of it, and it was just one night, right? For this, it was just one night, and I thought, okay, cool. It's kind of like 24, but like Purge style. I thought, okay, cool. This is gonna be a good concept, but it's so bloated. It's so like dragged on.
It was long.
Like like I'm not gonna spoil anything, but since you've seen it, like that whole bit with like at the carnival or whatever,
Yeah.
with the guy and his sister,
Yeah.
that took 3 episodes to get out of there.
Yeah.
Like it was so.
Are they
drawn
following?
on.
Are they following one person, or is it just a bunch of people?
There's like 4 or 5 stories happening at once.
Oh, okay.
And they all accumulate together, which was good. I think when
And then like the main villain was terrible.
Yeah.
It was so dumb.
when you're used to getting something in like an hour and a half dose, and now you get 10 hours of it, just like the Marvel TV series, how we all just like, oh my god, now this is dragging out. We're in hour 10 of it, whatever. It did get like that.
That's
so
not
I
true.
do agree.
That's not
I
really true.
thought it was a good concept, but it was really, like I say, it was really bloated and like it dragged on. And the characters, I didn't like any of the characters, man. I just hated all of them eventually.
I liked how
How many episodes were?
their stories accumulated. I liked how like some of the people you followed for episodes like this didn't really make it without spoiling anything. Okay, I'm not
If he likes it, it's probably awful. Benny, you got any recommends or
Like,
more?
it's not awful. It's just,
yeah.
it's just not. I'm just telling you guys, don't watch it. That's it. Just don't watch it.
It's not awful. Don't waste your time watching it.
No, because I was like, I got into like episode 3 and I was like, this is bad, but I'm already 3 episodes in, so I might as well finish it.
Yeah.
Give it a try.
You got anything, Betty?
Take 7 more.
I got probably 2 recommends, 1 warn. One recommend is actually Margarita Pizza. Any of you guys ate that before? No,
Margarita
man.
Pizza?
Yeah, man, that place is
Yeah,
the bomb.
which
it's
one?
really good.
Oh, an actual place.
Yeah, actual place.
Oh,
The
okay.
restaurant.
Sorry,
Yeah, the
excuse me.
restaurant. Yeah,
No, I
it's-
haven't ate there.
No,
Queen
man.
Margarita?
Queen Margarita Pizza. Yeah. It's honestly the best.
one
But
on
there's
Jane?
like 2
One
locations.
on
Yeah, the one
Jane?
Jane
Yeah.
Bush, not that far from my place, but it's
Okay.
dude, it's really good, guys. You guys got to eat there. Like the pizza's like legit. They have all the types of food too as well, but their pizza is one of the best pizzas in the city. So, holla at your boy.
Margarita Pizza.
I'll let you
All right.
queen.
Hook me up. And then I don't know if you guys maybe said it or not, but is the Umbrella Academy
I'm gonna read the comic books first
That's
because it's a quick read for the comic books,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna watch it.
I didn't realize Jared Way. I guess the guy from what's the band like that emo band back in the early 2000s, something Vampire.
Empire Weekend?
Yeah. The lead singer is like the guy who actually did all the illustration. He's the guy who came up with the comic. You guys look that
did
up,
he?
man. Yeah, man. Look it
Oh,
up.
okay.
Look it up. So, but great, man. I loved it, and obviously like tons of Toronto in the background. I didn't like the movie because of
they
that.
filmed
But
it here?
yeah. Not that does not make the show. The show is great. Like they did actually a pretty good job. But you see all of Toronto all around.
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
and-
definitely gonna check that one
Yeah,
out.
and then the warn is gonna speed it up. Please, I heard that song
What?
for the first. The worst song ever. The guy says 30 words in the whole song.
kidding me, man?
I can't stand that damn song. You posted that song. I was like, "What's Spotify?" Anyways, I don't have Spotify, but and then I actually heard it when I was driving today. I was like, "This is the worst song ever."
I usually ride for
It
Gunna.
makes your ears bleed.
I usually ride for Gunna. When you posted that, Wells, I was like,
White guys like this?
Speed it up.
Yo, that's my walk-up song this year.
More like slow it down, stop it.
Yo, that's when I
Hit the
walk up
brakes.
to hit this year in baseball. That's my walk-up
playing
song.
up. Yeah.
Speed it up.
I'm
I started
like.
I started his lyrics. He goes, yeah. He doesn't say a word, man. He says one thing every time.
I can make it out.
Now I've only listened to it once, so I'm gonna listen to it again. So I don't
Worst
know.
song ever.
I
Don't
usually
ever listen to it.
ride
Turn
hard
it
for
off.
Gunna.
R.I.P. hip hop.
Wow.
R.I.P. hip hop. Come on, man.
Just ended the whole. He's just old now. Look at him.
You're old.
Just-
That's all it is,
just
man.
a
You're
dad
old
now.
now.
Got nothing to do with that. I pump beats with my kid in the back.
Yo, hip hop is great right now.
He R.I.P. hip hop. I don't know about that, but yeah.
Okay.
That song sucks.
I got 2 recommends, 1 warn. 2 recommends The Death of Stalin. Did you watch that, was? The Death of Stalin?
What? I don't know. I don't remember talking about it.
Okay. I can remember if you did or not.
Is it a show or the actual
movie.
death of him?
No, a movie. The movie Death of Stalin. No, it's pretty funny. And Overlord.
You watched it, man?
Yes, I'm going to watch everything you recommend I watch.
good, eh?
The opening scene, I expected more.
What?
Yeah, I
It's
expected
so
more.
good.
I expected more.
Because he told you it was the greatest thing.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think that's
It
what
was
it was.
amazing.
Because everyone told me it was amazing. But I was like, I expected it to go on just a little bit long. I was like, okay, this is all right. I'm on board for the ride. Let's go. I was like, oh, wait, that's it? It could have gone a little better. The rest of it I liked.
It was awesome, man.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like-
yeah.
There's no saving
And
Private Ryan.
Shout out to like the main guy is Kurt Russell's son, eh?
Yes, yes.
Wyatt Russell.
Yep.
He's awesome.
He was in something else. We were looking it up. I can't remember what he was in.
He was in a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah.
He's in a bunch of stuff. He was in like Jump Street or
and that black
Jump
and
Street.
the black guy, the other main character, he was in Fences. He was in Denzel Washington's son in Fences. My Warren, Mortal Engines.
Oh my god.
Jeez Louise,
You actually saw this?
Jeez, this movie sucks. Like it might have been the worst movie I've seen this year.
Yo, hold on. The whole concept is cities on wheels.
Oh my goodness. My God, this movie sucks. Yo, Peter Jackson, the only thing he's done is Lord of the Rings. They throw his name on it.
True.
What else has he done?
Got Smokes, right? You know Peter Jackson? No Smokes. Peter Jackson.
He's done before.
You can look it up. You can look it up. I'll buy time for you. But anyway, this
Brain Dead, I know off the top of my head, is a horror.
Yeah, you can look it up. So I'll just. But
King Kong was good.
King Kong was alright.
You do King Kong.
King Kong was it wasn't good. No, this is because King Kong was not good.
Well, I kind of enjoy Mortal Engines.
You would, man.
Jesus, you would. Is anybody gonna watch this? Because I can spoil the whole plot for you.
Spoil it.
Spoil the whole plot.
Spoil it.
So basically, it starts off with this girl trying to get revenge. She hides out in one city.
Like, don't give us the whole story.
Oh
He
man,
went to give you the whole story.
I don't want to hear the whole story, man.
He almost.
it's really bad. Like the whole time you're like, because there's a zombie robot.
There's nothing worse than talking about a plot of a worse movie.
I think that's fun.
It's so bad you have to share it with everybody.
No, but like if it's like that bad,
It's so bad.
Yeah.
There's a zombie robot in there where I'm like, he keeps finding the main character. I'm like, how is it finding the main character? I'm like, what is going on?
How do you have a zombie robot? Doesn't make no sense.
Yep.
I'm about it.
You know what?
And then Aaron Moore told me she read the book. And she's like, I'm like, oh, so the book was better. She's like, no, not really. The book was horrible.
And she made you watch the movie?
No, I watched the movie. I popped in the movie. I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch this. Because I'm like, at first, when I first heard about this, I'm like, oh, this could be exciting. It's Peter Jackson. And then I saw the trailer. I was like, this is not going to be good.
I feel like Peter Jackson's gone down the same route of like the Wachowskis. Like, just
It's
his name's attached to everything, but like it ain't.
Nothing's good. Nothing's good.
I feel like when you pop in a movie, you have to know what you're sitting down to watch. And it helps you enjoy it.
I feel you are in the Michael Bay kind of. As long as there's loud explosions in the movie and there's flashing things going on, you're fine with this, Mike.
No, I think I understand why people make the movie so I can enjoy it. So when I sit down and watch
I understand there's certain movies where you want to shut your brain off.
I hate that phrase. I'd never do that.
Why? That's the whole point of a movie.
I know.
Take yourself out of reality.
No, if a movie's not making me think or feel something, I'm like, forget it.
Mortal Engines.
So if it ain't Memento, forget it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It creates its own world. It has a decent twist at the end that you didn't really see coming.
You didn't see that twist coming?
No, at the very
Oh
end.
my god, it was telegraphed through the whole movie.
He's not even know what he's talking about. Like right now, he's like saying twist.
Of course it was telegraphed. We were sitting there, we're like, she's his daughter.
No, that's not the twist I'm talking about. At the end of the movie, when they reach the wall, there's actual civilization on the side of the actual wall. So we thought that was the end of civilization, like that was all that was left. But actually, they're just trapped on the outside of actual civilization because they're the savages. But anyway, I knew what I was sitting down for.
No. That's not what it was at all. Because anyway, it's a horror movie. Wells, eventually, maybe you'll watch it. Maybe.
You know what?
I won't see it ever.
It's horrible. Don't even bother.
You've watched worse. That's the way I'm gonna say.
Probably, but like you tend to avoid things I'm not interested in. Like I saw a trailer and I was like, this looks dumb. Cities on wheels.
It's dumb. It is that dumb.
You're like no.
It is that dumb. And the story gets even like dumber.
So you see that, you think dumb. I see it, I think, oh, I haven't seen that before. I want to know what like that's about.
Plus, like
you know
I've seen like reviews of it, and like I realized when they released it, and there's like no marketing for it or anything. Like, I was like, this movie's got to be trash. If no one's backing this, like it's gotta be trash.
Yeah, no.
I will watch a lot. Like I watch a lot of trash.
You watch anything.
Yeah,
man.
I watch a lot of trash.
You'll stomach a lot of things.
Yeah.
You got an iron stomach.
You'll sit through it. You'll sit through it to say it's trash.
Well, I want to know that it's trash.
Yeah,
that's my whole thing. I don't believe you that said it was trash. I want to see from my own two eyes that it was trash. That it was trash. So, yeah, don't even waste your time with that.
All right, I won't.
Any other thing? And Smythe likes it, so you know.
But he didn't recommend it.
I did not recommend it.
This is true.
You guys gonna see the movie Us?
Yeah. I'm probably gonna watch this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, didn't it get like 100%.
98.
98.
Last I saw, 98%.
Yeah. No, they probably will go down, but not by a lot. But
Let's see a horror.
Let's see what it is.
Straight horror flick though. That's what he was saying.
Horror flicks nowadays don't scare me. I don't know if they.
Yeah, but then I'm not.
Yeah, it's more of a thriller type thing. I like people that I like the horror movies that actually
It's at
real?
95 now.
yeah, no, not really real, but they let your imagination take control. I hate that jump scares and stuff like that. That's kind of cheating. I want you to, if your own imagination will scare you, and that's it's not really hard to do, but a lot of people they don't really rely on that too much.
Like Jaws, you dip your foot in the ocean like doom. God, did I heard that? Did I hear that?
See, the good thing about Jaws was, were you scared to swim after?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
I remember as a
See,
kid,
that's what
yeah,
Jaws
man.
did. As a kid, I was scared to swim.
I heard that tune every time, man.
What was that movie with the tape and the girl crying out of the TV?
The Ring.
The Ring.
The Ring.
That was the scariest one I've ever watched.
Really?
Really?
It will never-
The Shining's the scariest movie I've
The
ever
Shining
watched.
wasn't that scary. The Shining was a good movie.
No, that was pretty
But I
scary.
saw it when I was
yeah,
like
I was a kid.
12.
Yeah, I saw it as a
Yeah,
kid.
that
That was pretty
changed
scary.
Those twins messed me up for a while. And when like he's like making out with the hot chick and it turns into old lady, that ruined me for like a couple years.
Oh man, yes. You think the thing about The Ring is it was a second time. The first time I watched it, I was like, eh. The second time I watched it, I was scared because I watched it with a group of people, and it changed the experience completely. So
You shouldn't watch horror films by yourself. I don't think it's not the same.
no, you might be right. No, you might be right. Sometimes you might be right.
There's no factor. It's like
Because I heard, oh geez, what was that? What was the first movie Jordan Peele did?
Get Out.
Get Out. Sorry, I don't know why I keep forgetting. I heard you had to watch it in a theater. You watched it in theater, didn't you? No? Yeah, I heard if you watch it in theater.
I was in Mexico when it came out, so I didn't get to see it until I got back.
Yeah, I heard if you watch it in theater, the experience is completely different.
Yeah, people in the theater yelling.
Yeah.
Every time I think of like seeing a horror movie in theater, I think of that scene from Scary Movie 2 where like the chick's like, "No, you stupid," and they all start stabbing her. Like, this is for Sixth Sense. And they're, like stabbing her in the audience.
Scary Movie was awesome, man.
Scary Movie. I like those movies until they got to like Scary Movie 3, and it was like,
yeah,
You can't really go too far with that.
We
With that
have to
concept.
respect it. It was good.
Yeah, that was a modern day. What was that movie with Leslie Nielsen?
Airplane.
There was Airplane, but he did another one. What was it?
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun. Yeah.
Yes.
Those movies are so so
That's
stupid.
really what, man.
Yeah.
The parody movies are good, man. Like that. The Airplane is like, yeah, obviously the
man,
classic.
Airplane is like great.
Naked
movie,
Gun
man.
is good.
Yeah.
But Airplane is like awesome.
Hot Shots was another one.
Hot Shots.
Yeah, Hot Shots is good.
And what was the one? Men in Tights. The Men in
Oh, yeah, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah, Robin Hood Men in
That was Mel
Tights.
Brooks.
Yep, that was another good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mel Brooks was on a hot streak like a little in that little era.
What was that? The Spaceballs?
Yeah.
Yes, that's another one. That's another one. You guys want to get into some sports while we're here? Might as well while we're here.
I guess.
Mike Trouts. So for the last 3 episodes, Benny, it seems like there's a baseball player that signed a big deal just for
bigger deal.
This will be the third
Bigger deal every
straight
time.
week that we've started with sports with baseball.
Yes.
No,
Or the
It's
Third
spring,
Street
it's
episode.
spring,
Third
man.
Street
Wells
episode.
could not be
Spring's
happy.
here, man.
Wells could not be happier. It started off with a
But
heart.
like, this is in the midst of like, basketball and NHL, like at the end of the season. We just had free agency in football. March Madness is going on. But somehow we still lead off with a baseball story.
Crazy.
Gotta love it.
So Trout signed, technically extension, not really. 12-year deal, $430 million. So we had
Guaranteed.
So you're gonna have to educate me on this. So he had 2 years left on his deal.
Yeah.
He had 2 years left on his deal.
He's going to be a free agent
So-
after next year.
So those 2 years now are kind of null and void now, and then now
starts his new contract.
it starts his new contract.
And that's just how baseball works.
No. He could have been like,
After
they could have been like,
After
after
next
these
year's.
next 2 years, your previous contract, we can add this on top. So they just like redid.
Yeah, they
his
redid his thing.
contract.
So this will take him till he's 38 on the Angels.
Good for him, man. I'd love to do that too.
That is a
All right, starts off good, bad.
No, it's amazing.
player friendly.
It's amazing. He deserves that money. The guy's been hustling, busting his butt. There's no doubt. Like the stats back up what
Best
he
player in
does.
baseball, no argument.
He is. He is
For an everyday player, yeah.
if you look at the numbers in our lifetime since we've been alive, he is the best player that we've ever seen. And that includes Griffey. That includes Jeter, whoever. he's the best player in his first 7 seasons that we've ever seen.
Well, this is kind of like the LeBron thing. Like the only player I hear mentioned to be compared to is Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
It's kind of like LeBron.
He used to be better than Babe Ruth.
Saying he's the LeBron is a very accurate comparison.
Well, the only player that's I say in a comparison way.
You can't compare.
No eras. Yeah.
No, I know that, but I'm saying
You can't compare sports because.
No, I understand that, but it's like who do you only compare LeBron
how
to?
big is
Jordan.
Mike Trout? You know what I mean?
Like you only compare LeBron to Jordan. That's what I mean. Like you only compare him to the greatest.
But like it's hard to like. Because we're in like different eras and different sports. You can't. It's hard to like people are like, oh yeah, he's like the LeBron James of baseball, but that's not true because like in basketball, like it's more like LeBron has more of an effect on his team.
I don't mean his impact. I'm just saying the comparison
you're
to the player.
That's
like the star values.
If someone doesn't know, if someone's like, who's Mike Trout, and you said he's like LeBron James in baseball, then they'll be like, oh, okay, I get it now. And that's who he is.
Meaning he's like the only guy he's compared.
Like,
he's only being compared to the best.
He's the pinnacle of the sport.
All you can say is he's the best player you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Or if you ever watched him, he's the best player in the history of the game.
You're gonna get 800 more questions.
30 years.
Say he's LeBron. Anyway,
but that's such like.
I know what you're talking about, but I'm not saying he is LeBron because
I know what you're saying. I know what you guys are trying to say.
Basketball is different, yes.
But I know what you guys are trying to say is like, well, let's just use a lazy reference to say it's LeBron because that's how LeBron's the measuring stick for greatness.
I've explained it in one sentence, and everyone would know who it is after that one sentence. You can make it as complicated as you want.
He's the Wayne Gretzky of
baseball. You could say
because you guys love LeBron so much, man.
I personally would say
dollar for dollar is the most per year a player's ever made.
I don't know because Greinke's at 36 million.
Yeah.
It's the most amount over term.
Yeah,
right
in North America.
Yeah, well, I mean, Bryce Harper held it for 2 weeks.
And when you factor in the fact that after his 34 season, he's on a decline, they're basically paying Mike Trout F1 racer money.
That's what I mean. That's the money he's getting.
That's how much he's getting. This deal is really
almost CR7 Messi.
This is really 50 plus million a season because he's going to give you at least 5 years where he's not going to be very good. And it's just
I don't know about that.
He's just getting old.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
What is it? Backloaded or front?
No, it's all the same.
It's all the same.
I have no idea.
No opt-outs.
No opt-outs.
None of that
nothing.
stuff. Very similar to Harper's.
No, but is there
Harper's
is there a rule or
Harper has an opt-out, doesn't he?
No.
Is there a rule that you can like a contract that's that long? Can it be a variable? Like so you could do like you have to pay. Say it's $430 million, right? You do hold on here, but you do like almost like a mortgage, 5 years fixed. Like you can only pay him 5 years the exact amount, but then the last whatever money
you could have.
Can you do that though? Is that legal? I don't know.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want
in a contract.
Yeah, but then that could be like, the last 4 years we're only going to pay him $1 million. He's going to get like a Darcy Tucker.
That was like a Luongo deal 1 year or whatever. They were like, the last like 4 years are $1 million.
In hockey, they do.
Hockey was doing that for a long time. Remember?
But can you do
that?
players
sign $1 million salary and like
it's a contract. You can sign to whatever you want, man.
In baseball, they could have done that, but they didn't do that with Trout. They did not do that with Trout. They're paying him evenly throughout this entire deal of the contract.
I would pay that guy $60 million a year for the first few years.
It's a great player friendly.
There it is. Every year the same.
Now to say it's player friendly, that's kind of crazy if you say that.
Well,
people were projecting $50 million a year. This guy was going to get apparently.
No, but still, man, like with the way things are going and inflation alone, it's going to be crazy.
Let's say he hit the free agent market at 28.
Yeah,
I could see $50 million for like 3 years each. Right? That's different. But because this is a 12-year deal, they're like, well, you're probably gonna be worth $50 million for the first 5 years, but on those later years, you're probably not gonna be worth $36 million. So this evens it out.
Now this is crazy to me because we were going back and forth in the group. I wasn't. Obviously, the Angels have to do this because they're probably scared from going to free agency. Why did he go to free agency?
Because someone throws you $430 million.
You don't think he would have got that in free? Like just like you said.
Why risk it? Why risk it? What if he gets hurt this year?
What if he gets hurt
next year?
What if he doesn't? You're saying the same thing to me. No. What if he doesn't get hurt?
Like, what if he does?
What if he doesn't?
Then he's screwed.
The security is though.
Did Harper get hurt?
But here's my thing.
Why would he want to leave California?
Why
would you want to leave?
That's exactly.
Wait, hang on. We'll go to the Dodgers then. You don't think the Dodgers would have paid him that much money?
Why? What does it matter?
I don't think Dodgers.
Yeah, they would have paid him that much.
I don't know, man.
They definitely would.
They would have to get rid of players.
They didn't pay Bryce
I
Harper.
don't think they wanted Bryce Harper.
They didn't pay Manny Machado.
They definitely didn't want Manny Machado.
Well, then, like...
They didn't even get Stanton either.
Stanton.
Like 2 years ago, whatever it is, they didn't pay big money for him.
No, Stanton extended. He didn't get he wasn't a free agent.
Oh yeah, that's right. He got traded to.
All I'm saying is
Mike Trout is waking up in Anaheim every day for the next 13 years.
A team that's only got him to the playoffs 3 times.
That's not his fault.
He's not winning anything here.
He may not, but he's going to be set for the rest of his life.
That was my.
But
whole
he wants
question.
to win.
Does he?
He said he wants to win.
Does he? Then why did you?
They're gonna have a few competitive
He's got to
years.
say that every day for the next 13 years.
He's played in 3 playoff games. Well, I don't know.
They've never won a playoff game since he's been there.
He's only played in 3 playoff games.
Yeah,
this 7 years he's been there.
It's just they'll get their chance, man.
Maybe
everybody does.
Why?
Hopefully, he might make.
That's
it
what you're saying.
playoffs.
Hopefully, he'll get a chance.
What I hate,
he will, man. He will.
There are players in the playoffs every year. No one gives them $40 million.
I know. What happens? You have to support that. Like the Angels, to me, seem to haven't been able to get it. They've given out big contracts before. They signed like Pujols. They don't seem to understand what they're doing there.
They just had Pujols playing.
No,
but when they got Pujols, they were a pretty good team then, man.
They had a chance. The first couple of years, they were.
Yeah, they did.
They had a pretty good team. Yeah, they had a pretty good team.
They were not for the rest of it.
They just got who beat them. That it was who did they face was they?
I can't remember
anymore.
Somebody guy.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Somebody.
Again, that was my only beef with the contract. And like, why would you sign with the Angels, a team that's? And again, it maybe go down to this hockey player thing. I don't want to move my stuff. He's comfortable there, and I don't want to move my stuff. Yeah. Maybe that comes down to it because I'm questioning his. Do you not want to win a World Series? And this team that you've been on for 7 years, and again, he has 12 years. They have 12 years to figure this out.
Yeah,
a team that's in the past hasn't proven to you, Mike Trout, they don't know how to win. But now they have 12 years to figure it out, type thing. I guess I don't know.
But do you still think athletes still want to win a championship and get paid?
Trout to me has said. I can't say that he says no, but. To me, he says no. He said no. I don't want. He prefers the money, and I don't want to move my stuff. That's what this contract means to me about Trout.
I don't know.
To be totally frank, if I was,
it's $400 million.
I was gonna say
someone is handing $430 million guaranteed.
I'm going anywhere
to stay in California.
Yeah,
honestly, other than having a ring on your finger, like and your name on like,
seems like he's already won.
You know what I mean? At $430 million, you winning.
Yeah,
you are winning. Your kids set up for life.
I'm not questioning.
That's an investment. That's a life investment.
Yeah, I'm not questioning contract. I'm not questioning. Of course, the Angels are going to do it. I'm just saying, you don't think somebody else would offer that, and you don't think even if they did it, you don't think the Angels would have offered that in 2 years.
He set a precedent.
No
one showed.
In 2 years, it might be less. In 2 years, how old is he?
No, I don't think it would. I think it's
only. I don't know. It's got to be somebody huge. I don't know who's the next biggest guy.
What was he making before?
Everyone's getting. Goldschmidt was supposed to be next year. Now he already signed today.
Yeah.
There's no one really coming.
Who's the next biggest name right now?
Mookie Betts.
But he's not a free agent.
I know he's not a free agent.
But he's opting.
But what was Trout making before this? What was Trout making last year?
He's 16. Yeah.
So if someone walked up to you and said, "Hey, I'm going to give you a $30 million raise, almost what? $20 million raise for these 2 years, and I'll give you that same for the next 10 years." Basically, they're saying, "We'll give you a $20 million raise for these 2 years that you're still on contract, and then for the next 10, we're going to give you."
Well, I understand that, Smith, but again, back to my argument. You don't think anybody else would have said that? You only think the Angels are the only team that would have said that?
That's 2 years. 2 years and $40 million you're not going to make if you leave this team. Because the deal starts today. The deal doesn't start until he's free agent.
I understand.
So would you leave $40 million on the table is the question.
No, who's to say that somebody else wants to give him, after his 2 years, somebody will give him 12 years. 12 years ago.
Yeah, but at the same time, remember, I think we discussed before, but it's like, it's timing, right? Everything's timing in life. You take a look at the Yankees, they got a young core. Young guys are getting paid, I guess, other than Judge. Probably the next guy is probably going to get paid.
Of course they get
paid. Do you know what I mean? Like,
they don't have to pay him. They're set. To pay him for 3 more years.
Boston.
His free agency year is not till he's 31 years old.
There you go.
But he's not going to get that money.
No, he's not going to get that money.
No.
Because look at
the league's changed.
Harper
the league's
26.
League's changed.
Machado's 26.
It's just going to get younger, man.
Trout's 27. They all got paid then. But Judge is going to be 31 when he's a free agent.
Well, this is another thing, too. Because since Trout, obviously everyone says Trout's the best player in baseball.
He is.
How is Judge going to come to go, I want more money than Judge or Trout?
He won't.
You can't.
Yeah,
even Mookie Betts can't go, I want more money than Trout. No, he's the best.
He might. Mookie Betts last year actually had a better WAR, wins above replacement, than Mike Trout, which is very rare to have. I feel like every year one player does it, but it's only that 1 year.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, Mookie Betts probably like cash on himself. He's like, well, if I have another year like this, maybe I can like.
How many championships does he have? How many is he have?
Betts
has
one.
Only one.
But that's not
check.
Well, no, that's not. That doesn't
Sign me
count.
up, man.
They don't,
No,
pay,
but
they don't pay for that.
He's gonna get paid. He's gonna go.
He will get paid.
He'll go to Tampa.
As much as Trout.
What? He'll get paid.
Yeah,
He's just
probably.
gonna run the check. He's not gonna stay in Boston. He
Wait,
don't-
no, Tampa doesn't pay.
He's
for that.
leaving like Kyrie's leaving. Like
Although
he's
Tampa
gonna-
paid
They're
money
going on the
today,
same
eh?
plane.
Tampa re-up Blake Snell today.
For how much?
But
5 years, $50 million. They bought out 3 of his RV years, and now he's 3 of his free agent years.
you
Have
can-
you guys been seeing these deals happening?
Yeah.
Fast and Furious.
Like
right?
Eloy Jimenez has not stepped on the
Yeah.
field yet, and he just got 6 years.
6 years. How many?
Plus
43.
2 option.
70
6 years,
million?
43 million.
43 million.
Paul Goldschmidt just re-upped today. He's supposed to be the biggest free agent next year. He re-upped today, 5 years, 110 million. Who else?
I got a question. I got a question for you guys that I heard like 2 days ago. Anything else you want to touch on Trout?
I was gonna say, I bet you all these deals were
Congratulations.
done long beforehand. They were just waiting till like right before the season starts to
Oh
sign
yeah,
them.
Bregman too. Bregman.
No, I think they heard what Harper had to say about Trout, and they're like, "This is not going to happen."
Yeah.
Apparently,
You're not taking anyone.
Apparently, this has been going back and forth for a little bit, and
It's like, nah.
now the Angels. Yeah, apparently you are right. It was going back and forth for a little bit, and then apparently after what Harper said, Angels were like, "Okay, let's no more messing around. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Forget it." Would you? Now you just said, sorry, who did you say Wells just got signed without even stepping on the field?
Eloy Jimenez.
Yes.
You're gonna ask about Vladdy, aren't you?
Yes. Would you do the same to Vladdy Smythe?
No,
Without stepping on the field
you don't have to. Why would you?
to skip the arb years
No. Well, here
and have
here's
them
the
under
thing.
control? Yeah, go
Here's
on.
the thing. Is
You probably heard this question too. So I'm like, yeah.
Well, it's funny because me and Benny were talking about this on the way here.
You're not supposed to talk in the car.
It's the complete opposite. Complete opposite. No, but we were talking about it too. We're like, well, here's the thing with Vladdy. I think you would be, instead of doing 6 or 8 years, 15 years, like 300 million.
yeah, I would do
And
that.
just-
See, that's too rich for my blood, man.
oh, he's not gonna do it.
Of course he would.
What? 300 million? I would. 15 years?
He's not taking that. Why would he take that? If he's who they
It's
say he
interesting
is.
though.
Bro,
He's not taking
what?
that.
No, you're gonna get paid now.
The way he
That's
is,
what
with
we're
the
talking
size, and he's not going to last that long.
You
would
don't know
sign
that.
that.
You don't know
That's
that.
why
though.
I don't think I'd sign him to a long-term deal.
He might,
He's
he might.
young, man. He's young.
He has a potential. Now, it's only potential, Smythe,
Oh yeah.
to be the best offensive player in baseball.
I don't know.
The best. No, potential to be. He hasn't proven anything, but he has the potential to be
Well,
the.
neither is Eloy Jimenez, but
Yeah.
he's getting paid.
Well, my thing is that Vladdy's big and slow, so he's not stealing no bases.
He's not slow, man.
He's home
He's not
runs are
slow at
bust.
all.
And he already has.
He's big.
He's already hurt his knees. He's already hurt. His back's already ailing him. He's already in trouble.
Would you
He's
give
in
him? Would you
trouble
give
now.
him? Would you give him $70 million for 8 years?
Yes.
That you would do.
Yeah. If he signed that, I know though. he's not-
$70 million for 8 years. That's
Yeah.
nothing.
You
I
know
would-
he's
I
not
would-
signing that. That's why I said I'd give it to him in a heartbeat. If he
I
signed
think he
that,
would sign that.
I would take a shorter contract if I was him.
8 years, so he eliminates
70?
2 free agent years.
Yeah, 2 for 8 years.
But he still gets 70 million guaranteed. But that, okay,
If
so
I was the Jays, I would do that.
if you're a minor leaguer, you get paid. Sorry, not minor leaguer. Your first 3 years of your contract
Major league career?
are league minimum.
yeah.
With the team to give you the option of a raise.
Yeah.
So his max that he would make if there was no raise was $600,000 a year.
Yeah. So if you give
So
him
you
$7
eliminate
million,
3 of those, right? And then I think that's a win for him. That would be a good 8 years, 70 million, or 8. I'm sure they would do 8 years, 80 million.
whatever.
I'd do that.
Yeah.
And then he's 28 and he's still in his prime. If he wants to re-up, he can. If he wants to go somewhere else, he can.
Would you give him $100 million?
For 8
What
years.
is this like?
I'm just trying
game
to through this draft. It's only $16 million a year.
Yeah. My thing is long term. If you can get him cheap like that deal that you said the
80,
Jimenez
yeah,
deal,
probably like 80. We'll probably go like 80.
that's like basically it's like a good faith. It's like, hey man, like here we're gonna pay you now.
I don't think he would say yes to that one though.
No,
I don't
he's
think
not saying
he
it's
would say
any
yes.
of those.
I would do 157.
He already has money. Gotta forget
I would do 150 at 7 years.
that guy has
7 years?
baseball.
Yeah.
money.
That's a 21 mil.
21 mil?
That's a lot, man.
That's a lot.
Yo, but that's going to be a steal in a few years.
No, because the first
Well,
3 years, are league minimum.
Yeah.
And the next 3 are arbitration based on your numbers.
Yeah.
Completely based on your numbers.
Okay,
But check
the
this out.
highest arbitration ever is 23 million. You can only get in your 3rd year.
But just think about it. If in 6 or 7 years that the president of the best paid guy could be Mike Trout, let's just say that is the best annual contract.
It's probably gonna go up.
And you're at $21 million, and if they do go up, it's like you're gonna go from $21 million to $30 million or $31.
We
It's
don't
not
know
a
what's going to
huge
happen
jump.
in 6
But
years.
what you're
I
saying,
understand.
numbers
No,
work, man.
I understand that, but
I'm looking at financially.
let's say, for example, he is what, as advertised, he's the best offensive player in baseball, and you're only going to be paying him $21 million.
for how long?
That's
For what? For how many
7
years?
years.
Though?
he said 7. So
That means you're only doing 1 year non-free agency.
you probably have to go to 8. Yeah, 8.
Okay, 8. So
No,
8. That's
Wells is right.
That,
you gotta
that's
go
19.
like 15 years if you're gonna do that.
No, but like you can't.
The 300 mil is too rich for my blood. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but long
probably
term,
say
I
yes.
would do long term. Like that's nothing. Like if you stretch it out, then
300
then it
mil?
doesn't hurt your pocket.
Yes, it does. 300 mil, that hurts.
over 15 years is great. If he's great for 15
That's
years,
Harper money. You're getting the Harper money type thing, right?
I'm concerned about
For an
this.
unproven guy.
If I'm them, I'm
Yo,
concerned.
at $300 million, what did you say? So $300 million at 12 years is only $25 million. That's what like Tulo and those guys were getting.
yeah,
That's nothing, man.
but he hasn't done anything yet, and you have him through 3 years for nothing.
Tulo did nothing.
And all those guys.
that's
This kid, I know it's the minor leagues, but he tore the minor leagues, guys.
That's not true. Tulo didn't do anything here.
No, I'm talking about Vladdy. He tore.
Yeah, Vladdy was great.
The minors,
Yeah,
man.
he was a great minor league player. Who cares? That doesn't mean anything. It does not. It does not. And it doesn't mean you're gonna like if you can get him to play for what is it, $6 million is the cap hit on him?
What's the minimum, Wells?
What?
What do you know what the minimum
$42
is?
million? If you can get him to sign that in a heartbeat, you sign that.
Yeah, he would never.
He wouldn't
never
say it.
sign
No,
that.
he wouldn't say it.
Yeah, exactly.
He wouldn't say it. Now, if you're going to like 21 million, then it's really have
That's
to think about
a
it.
huge.
Huge, yeah.
And no-
Yeah, but if you do it short,
They're not even putting him on the roster.
There's no
it's a
point.
short
There's no
term.
point. There's no point.
Yeah.
There's no point in
There's
doing
no
it short.
plus.
well, he won't take it, or the team. What are you thinking?
No, if you're going short term, there's no point of the team doing it.
Term, yeah.
There's no point in team doing it. You have to go.
for
You're
6
trying to
years-
get
No,
him.
but I mean, like, okay, so you get the extra year.
You
the
have
8 years.
6 years of control,
And you're gonna
of
pay him a
him.
max $50 million
Yeah.
for 6
Yeah, but then
years.
he's gonna bounce.
Is he? No, how many people?
Well, it depends.
Minimum, he's gonna get nothing.
I think they would do like 8 or 9 years with him.
Yeah, they would have to
I think
to get past those
You get 3 more years after
those free agent years.
Yeah, and then he's a free agent if he wants to be at 29, still in his prime. I think that would be something I would see happening.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting question.
And the Jays probably called him too. Hey, see that deal? They got?
They probably.
Yeah.
I would ask. You definitely got to ask. Anything else on these free agent signings?
Oh, good.
Everyone's getting paid. Everyone's getting paid.
No free agent. Mike Trout's not free agent.
Yeah, that was the last.
Or signings.
Baseball
Sorry,
signing.
baseball signings.
Yeah, baseball. Everyone gets money.
We're gonna do more baseball talk later.
Yep.
Can't wait for Smythe.
I don't know.
It's so glorious.
Let's go to NFL signing. So we got Wells' boy, Antonio Brown, going to the Raiders. Which is kind of weird, because I thought the Raiders were blowing it up, and then all of a sudden now they're not. But I guess you couldn't pass that up, because they got him for a third-round pick.
Well, I got two.
Third and fifth.
Third and a fifth. Like, that's an awesome deal, so you can't really pass that up. Even
Is
if
it an awesome deal?
Oh, for him?
For who?
Antonio Brown.
For him.
You got a new deal out of it.
Yeah, you got a new
His
deal.
deal
out
got to
of
be
it.
construction.
Yeah, you got restart.
You got more money.
You got more money out of it.
But like,
It's an awesome deal for the Raiders. Like
Is
you're
it?
getting Antonio Brown for a third and a fifth.
is it?
Get out of here! You actually think Ben Roethlisberger made Antonio Brown?
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
I said their connection
Yes,
worked.
he did.
No, man. But I'm telling you right now, Derek Carr is not Ben Roethlisberger.
No, he's not. I would agree with that. He is not Ben Roethlisberger.
So just keep that in your back pocket. And there's no Juju Smith-Schuster.
Well, Antonio Brown was putting up those numbers before Juju got there.
Yeah, but like he also had other people with him. He also had a good running back. Like it's just, like, I like Antonio Brown. I have his jersey. I didn't
liked.
really his no, I like him, man. Like I have his jersey. I'm not gonna like trash his jersey or anything. One of my favorite players of all time, probably, especially as a Steeler. But the grass ain't always green on the other side.
No, it is
It
not.
ain't.
It is always not.
And
You're going to the
it
Raiders.
definitely ain't green when you don't know where you're gonna play next year.
I think he just wanted more money.
He did, and he got it.
Which
He'll
is
play-
fine, but like
and he would have played anywhere. Well, he wouldn't play in Buffalo, so
no, he wouldn't play.
He wouldn't
anywhere.
play anywhere.
And everyone's like, I know we're probably gonna compare this to the Odell Beckham trade, but everyone's like, Steelers got robbed, man. Only a third and a fifth. I'm like, what do you want them to do, man? They were handcuffed. This guy wouldn't go to a certain amount of places. They had no choice but to trade him. This guy handcuffed them.
Well, just like ODB, apparently the Steelers and the Giants just wanted those guys out. They wanted him out, and they paid the price to get him out. So apparently that's the thing.
At least the Giants got like a really good return.
Yeah. So him to the Raiders. Does he do anything there, Smythe?
Raiders suck.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, we got to the Raiders.
See what happens in the draft.
Yeah, they have a lot of draft picks.
We still have to. We can't say if he's going to do anything because we don't know what they're going to do in the draft. Yeah. They have a lot of draft picks.
That's also true.
Trades could happen.
They should be trading their draft picks now. If they're in the situation they're in now.
No, he's not.
No.
You have a veteran quarterback.
He's not the franchise-changing player.
The defense isn't terrible. Like at that point, I think you try to get as many good players as possible and contribute right now. You can get a bunch of rookies, but how good are they?
They don't need to do anything until they go to Vegas.
You are right. The defense isn't horrible. Like it came around the form later in the year. Who knows if it's a mirage or it's
not horrible. Is the keyword here.
Another Steeler leaving Le'Veon Bell to the Jets. Another situation where he just wanted money, and he got it.
That's fine.
Did he get a lot of money?
Players are not.
He signed for not a lot of money.
Isn't he getting? Sorry, what was the contract on my laptop? It was like
4 years, $52 million.
It was more guaranteed money than he got. He was getting on the
not the original deal though. The Steelers offered him 4 years, $60 million.
Is that
before last season? They offered him that.
Before he took the first.
I thought they were going to franchise tag him. They were going to
tag him.
They were, but he didn't show up, so he didn't get it.
Ah.
So he refused.
The Steelers offered him more money than he signed for.
Yeah, and he lost a year.
Yeah, that's right. And he made no money last year.
Yeah.
He's a sucker.
But now he's going to the Jets, and the Jets are great, man. Like.
as Wells rolled his eyes.
He lost this deal.
You know what happened the last time a high-profile free agent running back went to the Jets?
LaDainian Thompson.
Thank you.
Oh, I was trying to think. Who was it?
How do you do there?
First of all,
I don't know why the Jets did this. I have no idea why the Jets did this.
I don't blame the Jets.
Bell's going to be fine on the Jets. There's no questions that he's not going to not put up good numbers. He's going to be fine. All I'm saying is, for what Le'Veon Bell wanted his last 2 years, he did not get that.
Yeah.
Oh, what he claimed he said he wanted, because he said he wanted to set a new precedent.
Guaranteed money.
They wanted guaranteed money. He said he wanted to set a precedent for players like him because he's more than a running back.
Yeah.
He didn't do that. No. He didn't do either. He didn't do anything.
He lost.
I don't know if he lost because again they were going to franchise.
Paid.
Yeah, they were going to franchise tag him that last year. They did offer him that deal the year prior, so they were going to franchise tag him and run him to the ground. Now he goes over to the Jets and gets guaranteed money.
He could have took.
He's still getting paid. He didn't get paid last year. I think he's fine because he's probably made a lot of money in his year. I think.
But if he takes the tag this last year, he's still a free agent of the year.
No, they would have tagged him again and again and again. No, what they want is guaranteed. They want security, right?
Guaranteed money. I get
guaranteed money and security. That's basically what these guys want. Nothing wrong with that. Odell Beckham Jr.
ODB.
Again, another team that just wanted to get rid of him.
I never thought that. I never.
Well, they signed him last year, plus gave him that $20 million signing bonus, and then traded him next year.
You know who gets kudos? The only person that said this was going to happen? Nash.
Really?
Yes.
I did?
Yes. Yes. You go listen back and you were like, I'm not surprised if they trade him this summer. And I was like, you are crazy.
I might have said this. I say a lot of things.
100%.
Because I always said running backs are important.
There might be a tweet.
He's a wide receiver.
He might have tweeted that Odell Beckham's going to get traded this year in one of his hot
I'll have
days.
to look back at my tweets.
And I was just astonished. Because I don't know what insider information you had. Because when I saw that, I was completely shocked. And I get it. The Giants know what they're doing.
I'm shocked because they signed him.
Well,
gave him that $20 million. Now, it still counts because as a penalty, there's still $20 million on their cap.
No.
Yes, as a penalty. There's still $20 million on their cap as a penalty. No. And they're paying him $20 million. For some reason, he's worth $40 million. It's a penalty. Yeah.
No,
it's the same thing.
Bonus they got to pay this. They don't pay. They don't take.
No, it's just a penalty. It's the same thing in the Dolphins too. There's a penalty for Tannehill too. There's $20 million they're paying to get rid of him.
We'll have to look that up.
Again, you have to look it up because it's the way the CBA works. Because people, I remember everyone talking about he counts for $40 million this year
because of the signing bonus.
No, it's not because of the signing bonus. It's a penalty on their cap. Whatever. It's against their cap too.
But they...
Sorry. It might be because they're signing bonus. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
It might be because they're signing bonus, but I'm not too sure. But that was straight cash, so he got that anyway.
Yeah, but the Giants don't know what they're doing.
But
And we knew that.
This seems like something from ownership.
I was going about the same
want
thing.
him out.
You beat me to it, yeah.
I
I
think
think
it
ownership or somebody's getting somebody's ear and he's saying, somebody get this guy out of here, man.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of his dancing, his antics.
Because as a GM, why would you sign him, give him $20 million signing bonus, and then get rid of him next year? That makes no sense.
Yeah, I'm not sure using him as a trade chip. But
And he's arguably the best player on that team. And you keep Eli Manning.
What'd you get back for him? Well, they're going to draft a quarterback.
Apparently they're not.
Oh, they will.
They should.
They should. Apparently they're not. The GM's saying he's not.
Can't. He's 40. He's just...
He's
not going to play.
Makes complete sense to me, but you're talking about a GM who signed a guy, gave him $20 million signing bonus, and traded him next year.
Eli's 40 now?
Yeah.
He's not 40. He's not 40. He's up there, though. He's in the late 30s. Late 30s.
Eli Manning's 40. Wow, he's getting old.
He's the guy that beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl twice,
And was crap every other year.
Eli Manning's a Eli
Garbage
Manning,
every other year.
Eli Manning's a legend.
What does this do for the Browns, though, Wells? Are you looking that up? Sorry.
The Browns are going to be primetime television now, man.
Yep.
They will have...
Crazy.
They'll be up there with the most primetime games, as in like Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night games. They're going to be entertaining, man. Like...
Hell, they already get a lot of coverage for some reason. The Browns always get a lot of coverage.
These aren't your uncle's Browns anymore, man.
You know what's hilarious? I don't know if you brought this up in Horseplay, because I try not to listen to Horseplay until after our show, but it's funny how DeFeo switched allegiances. And all of a sudden, they turn it around.
Do you know why he switched? You know the camel that broke the straw that broke the camel.
He said it on the podcast, but I can't remember. Tell the story.
Jabril Peppers, when they drafted Jabril Peppers.
That was
and
it.
then they traded him for Odell Beckham.
But it's just so funny. DeFeo gets off the Browns. That he was the one dragging them down. Wow, that was it.
Funny.
Now he's gonna go over there and drag Houston down.
Yeah.
They definitely would be fun to watch, man. Like it sucks that KC like lost some guys,
league.
but
That's the whole question. The Browns and the Chiefs are going to play great football. Now here's the thing: what if Baker Mayfield just sucks?
He won't.
It's his second year. Sometimes he might.
He won't. Why? What makes you think he would?
Because it's second year.
I just said what if.
What makes you think though?
know.
Do you see anything that like?
No, nothing showing that. I'm just saying he's second year quarterback.
No,
Maybe people figure him out a little bit.
I mean, and like,
Or maybe he figures things out.
Chubbs,
better.
might.
does
He
Chubbs
might.
and Hunt work together in the backfield? There's questions.
Well, Hunt's out for 8 games.
Oh, you got his games ready?
You got 8 games. So it's gonna be Chubb and Duke Johnson.
And what's his name got suspended too? Kareem Hunt.
That's what you just said.
I think he said Chubb.
No. He said
Kareem Hunt.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I heard it.
He's saying Chubb's running the ball because Hunt's gonna be out for 8 games. I don't know. I'm excited to watch them. I'm not gonna lie. Now, what do you do with Landry and OBJ? Who's 1? Who's 2?
OBJ,
Landry's,
obviously.
Landry's a slot receiver.
Yeah.
That's his best spot. But these guys played together already, right? LSU.
Yeah. Well,
So-
that doesn't count. Everyone else sucks in college. College is
But
more
they
so
know
than
each
any.
other.
I know they know each other, but more than any other sport, college and NFL, the transition is so big. But okay, Landry's a slot.
And you know what?
I
Good
get
for
it.
Cleveland because they saw the opening in the AFC North now.
Yep.
You know, Cincinnati's trash. Baltimore lost a lot of bodies.
Yep.
The Steelers lost 2 of their most prolific offensive players, even though they didn't really have them all last year. But they see an opening. They're going to take advantage of it. Good for them, man.
A lot of people are gonna say the Browns are gonna win the division.
Not a lot of people. The Browns are going to win this division.
Are they?
It's almost as concise as the Patriots.
I want to see how many people are gonna pick them to go to the Super Bowl. Some people in this room might say they're gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Here's the thing.
Some
Here's-
people
here
in
are
this
my
room might say
concerns-
it.
Here are my concerns about the Browns. New coach.
Mm-hmm.
They still have their defense is not the best.
That's
Although
what I
I
was
do
about to
like Myles Garrett. Jabril Peppers was big for them last year on their D. They're still the Browns. And, you know what I mean? It's like until you prove otherwise, you're still the Browns. So I don't understand why they got rid of Greg Williams as their interim coach because he won them 7 games last year. But we'll see. They're still the Browns. I mean, sure, it's gonna be a sexy pick. It's gonna be sexy to take them to win division and go far, but there's still a lot you got to put together. You still got to put together an offensive line. You still got to put a defensive line. It's not just offensive. Like they have sexy offensive guys.
Well, it depends what you think about a division, though, right?
It's wide open now.
9 games wins that division this year. Coming out. unfortunately.
It's wide open.
Nick Foles. We talked about Nick Foles last week, did we?
Nope.
BDN?
We didn't?
No, we talked about him not getting tagged in a free agent. We talked about going to the Jags for $88 million.
Yeah, I said that was way too much money.
Everyone,
that was way too much
everyone
money.
in the world says they overpaid for him. I don't think we can even touch on it anymore and say.
But you love Nick Foles, though. That's the thing.
As an Eagle.
I love
as
Nick
an
Foles
Eagle.
as an Eagle.
He's done nothing else anywhere.
Well, when he came back to the Eagles, Smythe was the one, and he was beating the drum of Nick Foles.
I said it because he was a great quarterback for us.
I don't know if he's a great quarterback.
That locker room loved him.
I meant before. Before he came back.
Yo, did you see the letters of support and all the different stuff? All the players were like so happy for Nick. Right, exactly. He's a king in Philly. He's going to go to Jacksonville. Here's what's going to happen in Jacksonville.
Nothing.
Did you know that Nick Foles can't throw a ball 40, 50 yards in the field unless you give him 8 seconds? Unless he has all the time in the world. He's not going to have all the time in the world in Jacksonville. And they'll be a good team. They're a good team. The defense is good. They have a good running game.
Are they good?
Yeah.
Because they weren't good last year.
I know, but they're good.
They were not good last year.
I think they're a top 10 defense, right? If their quarterback's not digging them holes, right? Nick Foles isn't really going to dig you a hole. He's going to throw a pick every game, for sure. He does that. That's who he is, right? He knows how to run the football. And if they do that RPO stuff that he's good at, who cares?
Rams, I would say.
Oh.
Yeah, Rams, another team. I'm like, I don't know.
They can't come back from
So the Dolphins traded Ryan Tannehill to the Titans and signed Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I can't believe Fitzpatrick just keeps weaseling his way into starting jobs, man.
Fitzmagic.
If he throws one throw, the minute obviously he's going to throw. The minute he throws the most throws, he will be the
most journey quarterback in the NFL history.
Yes, who's actually played.
Yeah.
There are journey quarterbacks who've gone from team to team, but they never played. They just sat in. Yeah. He will be the most journey to actually have played. And if he completes the season, I can't remember what stat it was, but he will be the quarterback to, if he starts every game at the end of the season, he will be the quarterback to have started the most games without getting to the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I understand. If I were like the Eagles and I needed a quality back when Ella Foles was gone, I would go get Fitzpatrick. Because if your quarterback's hurt, he can come out and your team's like, you know what, this guy can throw.
I understand, but would you start a team?
No. I just don't understand. Like, what kind of tank move is that? Like,
I think they're tanking. Yeah, they're tanking, right? They're tanking.
What kind of tank move is that?
They're tanking, right? The Dolphins.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're tanking.
And Tannehill just came off injury? ACL?
Yeah.
I was very high in Tannehill a lot.
I know. I didn't know.
Well, you picked him to win the division last year.
I know.
He's a backup, though, right? This is his role. He is a backup.
I don't know. Mariota's always hurt, so.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he's backing up. He's going to probably play half the games over there.
Well, if Mariota gets hurt, Mariota's starting.
Mariota's always hurt. Yeah, no, but Mariota's never played a whole season.
We should have. Sorry, I mean to cut this off.
Yeah, go on.
We should have a segment of Nash's hot takes from his Twitter account from 2 years ago. Because
are they bad? Are they that bad?
I mean, you hit on a couple, but there's some good ones here.
Oh man, I'm a hot take machine, man.
Just read like 3 or 4 gems.
This one right from June 13th of 2017. Comic book movies aren't for me anymore.
I hit on that, didn't I? Boom.
But you did hit on a few other things. But like every other tweet's about LeBron James. I'm not even joking.
Are you serious?
Wow! Don't let.
Oh, that was a couple years ago when he was like in Cleveland. So he was.
Don't let the LeBron hater like.
I'm off LeBron.
How about this one? June 26, 2017. If I was the Raptors, I would trade DeMar DeRozan for.
Who did I say?
Paul George.
Oh,
yeah, we weren't far off.
But I do.
I wasn't Paul George.
I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Well, that was a couple years ago, and I probably would have been right. Yeah, MVP, right there.
If DeMar at his very best, and they're like, "I'll give you Paul George for DeMar," I'd be like, "Yes." Please
July 5th, 2017. Rumor is if Melo gets bought out, he'd go to the Rockets. So you got that right.
Ooh,
but it was like a year late.
I'm a hot take machine. Yo, follow me on Twitter, Nash_the team. If you want all these gems.
You also said that the Leafs would not make the playoffs in 2018.
Oh, whoa.
The lie detector said that was
a lie. You are not the father. There was a video on Instagram I saw today where, again, a Maury thing where it goes, you are not the father. And the woman gets up and runs to the back. but the cameraman was on her.
Sprinting.
She was going around corners, cut this way and this way, but the cameraman never left her back. He was on her. I was like, yes, the cameraman.
How does this feel? This is your 10th time on the show.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. They probably have cameraman. Okay, did you do track in your college or high school? Yeah.
What's your college background?
The cameraman
What's your 40?
What's your 40?
Tell you, man. There's like former track stars, man.
You look like you're going deep on my Twitter there, unless you're off it. Really?
So funny.
All right. Anything else on the free agency in the NFL? Nothing. NCAA tournament is going on right now.
All right.
As well as Raise the Roof.
This is the best time of the year, man.
I like in the fall when football starts. Baseball playoffs are going on, and hockey and
I like
that's my
March
favorite time.
Madness starts. Baseball starts next week. Playoffs are starting in NHL and NBA the week after.
Next week. They started this week in Japan. Baseball.
You know what I mean.
Oh, we didn't talk about Ichiro, man.
We're good. We're almost there.
We're almost there. So, excuse me. Sorry.
My stomach.
What do you guys want to talk about this tournament?
Let's
should
talk about
we?
Smythe's bracket, man. How's it going?
Yeah, Smythe.
I never filled it out. Let's start at the beginning here. But I looked at this bracket this year.
And
It's rough. They got a lot of it right. Like the number ones are actually number one, and there's only a few teams you don't really want.
wait, you're not gonna. You're not. Wait. You're not gonna get outraged about Michigan not being number one.
Why would he?
I don't know. Because every single talking head who never watched a second of this tournament was upset that Michigan was number one.
The only
Sorry, never watched a second of the regular season.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's what people are mad at. I don't know. I'm just telling you what people are mad at.
Like, I looked at it, I was like, oh, this might be the first time. I was like, in order for all four number ones to make it there, Michigan and Gonzaga will be a great game. LSU and Duke will be a great game.
In the Final Four, you're talking.
Yeah, in the Final Four.
LSU won't see Duke.
Yeah, I think they're going to beat Michigan State. I think they're going to beat Michigan
They barely beat Yale today.
You guys want to say any kind of upsets you see in the tournament?
Well, I mean, we're already a day in.
Yeah, day in. Who do you got a Cinderella you're looking out for?
Yes, I do.
State.
Go, Ben.
That's
Go,
always
Ben.
a Cinderella.
My Cinderella team is going to be the Wolford Terriers.
Hey, yo, I love Wolford, man.
Yo, man, I got him going at least the
Elite
16, man.
Oh, Sweet 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Wolford going to Sweet 16 too.
Yeah, and then get knocked out by Houston. That's what I got.
I got him getting knocked out by Iowa State, but
Yeah, but
Yo,
those are my dogs.
I love Wolford's playing right now, and they're winning. But yeah, Wolford comes out of one of my favorite conferences called the Southern Conference. And if you ever listen to Horseplay, you know I talk about the Southern Conference often because of Citadel, who's like, for gambling standpoint, always bet the over on these teams in the Southern Conference.
Mm-hmm.
So my biggest bet on the first day was for this game to be an over, Wolford versus Seton Hall. And it's looking like it's going to go that way. But Wolford, they have the highest... Fletcher McGee just passed J.J. Redick and Steph Curry for the most three-pointers ever in NCAA Division I basketball.
Oh.
Ever.
Ooh.
It's like
Have you seen their
No,
logo?
kids, no.
And you think,
Someone pull it up for me.
you think that's not to beat Kentucky, though?
I have Wolford being Kentucky, yeah.
Oh, that's such a cute dog. You got any
I have my good friends
Cinderellas?
from Murray State.
Yo,
It's every year. It's every year.
I have been saying all year that John Morant is the best player in NCAA. He's better than Zion. He's better than RJ.
No, you
Barrett.
haven't been saying this. You haven't saying this.
And if you watched,
He's better than Zion.
Yep. If you watched any of today's game, did you see any of he did today?
No.
Triple double.
Yeah.
When's the last time someone had a triple double in the tournament? Draymond Green.
Draymond Green.
Now I'm not that high on Zion because I don't know how he's going to translate to NBA. You might be right.
He
You
can
might be right.
shoot. Just I know you haven't
Zion?
seen it.
He,
Yeah.
No, he can't.
He can
Yeah.
shoot.
Nobody on Duke can shoot
What do you mean?
No, RJ Barrett can shoot.
threes.
Yeah.
man.
And Reddish, too.
Yeah.
Zion Williamson doesn't shoot a poor percentage from three.
Zion Williams' first
How many
basket-
shots did he take? No.
Zion Williams' first
can't.
basket of the year was a three-pointer.
He runs over guys. That's what he does.
No, he's not a poor.
He runs over
three-point
kids
shooter.
in college.
I know. That's
that
why I'm like.
looks great now.
That's what I mean. How's he going to translate to the NBA?
Ja Morant from Murray State is the best player in the nation.
Okay.
And
I believe you.
Not even close. He's must-watch TV when he's on.
I believe you. You got any Cinderellas, Smythe?
That was my Cinderella.
Oh, sorry.
But here's the problem.
Yeah, you did say that. Sorry, excuse me.
They're going to play Gonzaga, and it's going to be close. I don't think they can win, but it's going to be close.
That's
my first.
I have Murray State going to the Elite Eight.
See, that's good.
My Cinderella was going to be Yale.
Oh.
Womp womp.
No, they played the game.
You're Cinderella. Have you seen your bracket?
My bracket's not real. My bracket's
I also
not
have
real.
a gripe with your bracket. You said you would flip a coin,
I did.
but you flipped the coin and everyone was a first round pick. Every first pick you got.
Yes.
I don't believe that one bit.
So
I literally, my bracket's called Flip the Coin. I literally flip the coin for every pick.
So every first.
Yes. It worked out that way. I was like, I turned to Aaron. I was like, look what's happening right now. I was like, yeah, she witnessed she witnessed the picks.
So you got Murray State.
I didn't have them going far.
I got Murray State. They beat Marquette easily today.
They're
going to play Florida State on Saturday. I think they beat Florida State, no problem. Mm-hmm. If Gonzaga gets past Syracuse or Baylor, I think they beat Gonzaga.
Who do you have in your final?
That game's tight right now, eh?
Who do you have in your final four, Benny?
I got. What I got here? I'm gonna say Gonzaga, Duke, Virginia, UNC. I got all my ones.
Wow.
All ones, eh? Who do you got?
But then I took risks with other people. But
who do you got? Who do you got in your?
Man, my final four is boring. Duke, Texas Tech, North Carolina, and Virginia.
Ooh. Who do you got in yours, Smythe?
I don't think Duke's gonna make it to the Final Four.
Who's gonna beat them? Maybe Virginia Tech. That's it.
That's the only thing, guys. Think so?
Yep. Who do you got in your final
Virginia
four?
Tech. Virginia Tech already beat them this year, but there's no Zion.
Yeah, but there's no Zion though.
That's great. Who do you got in your final four?
North Carolina,
Okay.
Michigan,
Okay.
Michigan State or LSU, and Virginia. I don't know who to pick between those two teams, but I think whoever gets through that game will beat Duke in the Elite Eight. Because I think the pressure for Duke is too much.
Duke, Gonzaga, Tennessee, North Carolina.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. Drake's gonna be at that Kentucky Wolford game.
Oh man, they're gonna lose.
I'm telling you, man.
Whatever jersey he wears.
Who do you have winning this tournament? Who do you have winning this tournament?
Duke by a finals against UNC, of course. That's the final everybody wants to. 71-69.
I have that too.
I think this
74.
Yeah, a lot of times people say that you can't really determine who's going to win this tournament. This particular tournament itself this year, I think it's very predictable. Like the good teams are really good.
But you know what, man? Virginia screwed me last year when I picked them to win it all, and they lost.
Yes,
the
I
first
remember
ever
this.
team
I remember you say yes. I remember
we
you
were
having
recording
this.
when it happened.
Yes, I remember this.
I was losing whatever hair I had, and I was like, I can't trust Virginia anymore. But here I am again, putting them in the Final Four. I have North Carolina beating them. But as for other Cinderella teams,
yep. Give me a few more.
So Murray State is like my big one.
Either.
Ja Morant, just watch it, man. Just rewatch today's game.
They shouldn't be a 12. Every year they get thrown this horrible seed, and I'm like, why?
Because they're a mid-major team. There's no respect for mid-major teams.
So they can make a run and be like Cinderella, but after 3 years in a row, what do you call it now?
Oregon. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're missing their best player, Bull, Madu Bull's son.
Oh, really?
Yo, he's dropping trays. Like, yo, he's playing, man.
No, he's not playing. He's out.
No, but I mean, like when he was playing this year.
Yeah. I think they beat the Anteaters of UC Irvine. I think they beat Kansas State tomorrow.
I always love that name.
And then I think Oregon beats them. And then I think Oregon loses to Virginia in the Sweet 16. Cincinnati, I think, is going to go pretty far for a 7 seed. Wofford, I think, as well is going to go 7.
You guys are really high at this Wofford.
I think
Mizu.
Like the only complaint I heard about Duke was they don't shoot threes as well as some other teams.
Yeah, because other teams only can shoot threes.
Yeah,
that's how they
There's
stay.
A lot of 3-point shooting. That's why Yale should have won today
because they can score. Like they score buckets.
They at one point missed 12 3-pointers in a row
because they took 12
and they somehow only lost by 5.
Yeah.
LSU's not that good.
No, I think LSU's going to beat Maryland handily.
LSU doesn't even have a coach. Yeah, I think they'll beat Maryland too. I agree.
And then they're going to this Michigan. To be honest, I think the pressure's going to get to Duke.
No, I think Duke's gonna roll, man. I hate it. I hate like jumping on that bandwagon, but I think they're too good, man.
This is the only year I can probably say that. Like definitively, you're like, okay, they have a chance to get there. Like I don't see anyone beating them.
They lost a lot of games though. It's not like they were like 30 something and 1.
I know, but Zion was out for a while. Remember that?
He was out for a month.
Even Zion in though, they lose. Like they're beatable. You know what I mean? Like we've seen Kentucky teams that don't lose because they're that good. In the tournament, they don't win the tournament. So you expect this team with these first year kids to be better than those guys? I don't know. I'm not saying it because I don't think Duke is that good. I'm just saying because it's one game.
Yeah, in a 1-game tournament.
And there's only one ball.
I got Buffalo in Sweet 16. Yeah.
You think they get past Texas Tech?
Yeah,
I've heard people say this. I've heard people say that. People are high on Buffalo.
I think they have a tough go tomorrow against Arizona State, but I can't see them getting past Tech. Texas Tech is like smothering defense, and Buffalo are a second half team. If they're down big in the first half, I don't know, man. I like Buffalo. It's a good story. 30-win team. Like, I hope they do well, but
Any of those guys want to talk about this tournament?
yeah, man, this stuff's good, man. Like, just watch John Morant, please.
I'm stuck at work a lot of times, so I'm like, but I'll have a couple days off this week, so I'm gonna be
Triple-double today, and it was easy. Yeah. Like, 16 assists. Like, he's... Oh, my God. He posterized some poor white guy on Marquette. Like...
No, go on. Keep going.
What, you can't say posterize?
No. I was telling him he's up next. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, what is that?
I thought you guys would be more excited for this tournament. I really do. But
You know what? I don't know these teams. I don't watch. Say it to you.
I don't watch college. You know,
I don't know why. Like,
I just don't.
No, I watch a lot.
You guys love basketball.
I do. I watch a lot of tournament weekend, and I don't know all of these teams. There's too many teams.
I agree. There's a lot of teams,
and that's where I'm always.
Now,
like,
I've been gambling on these teams all year, so I kind of like.
Yeah, better.
But like, you guys love NBA. You love all the players, but where'd they come from? They all come from here, man.
I don't care.
But like, why? Why do you have that? Like,
I don't care. Hey, I don't like it. That's all it is. Don't get offended.
How do you not like it? These guys don't get paid. They play their ass off. Every game is like
that's fine. That's fine.
They're fighting for their lives. You'll never. Some of these guys won't. They have no career after
You
this.
won't see them again.
They're not fighting for their lives.
You're not going to see 95% of these guys ever again.
No,
that's part of the battle.
More than 95. More than 95.
There's so much on each game. Every game is a game 7.
I get it. I just don't know these kids, and I know literally 5 of them have a chance of winning the championship out of all these teams. So, am I going to watch? The 8, 9,
maybe a little more. Maybe a little more.
Really?
Yeah, maybe about 6
you guys picked
or 7.
4 teams, and you said 3 of those 4 teams you picked for the Final Four have no chance of winning just now. All you guys said Duke or Duke or Duke or Duke.
Duke's too stacked, man. They have 3 guys who are going to be in the top 5 picks this year.
Kentucky was the same
that's
way.
ridiculous.
They didn't win, right? The Fab 5, they didn't win. And that's the truth behind the matter, which is
Chris Webber's fault.
Which is why we play the games.
But they didn't have that was a little different. But they didn't have because like I'm saying, Chris Webber. Yeah, it was Chris Webber's fault.
Dumb.
And you had
he called timeout. You got no timeout.
You had Hill on the other side and stuff like that. Like the other team had players too, right?
The only time
Christian Laettner and Hill.
I saw a kid in this tournament that was head and shoulders better than everybody else is you guys know.
Who?
Carmelo Anthony at Syracuse.
Oh.
Was the greatest college player I've ever seen. And he came in the tournament
I thought you were going to say Cream
like he didn't belong here. And he whooped on everyone like he didn't belong.
Better than Adam Morrison? Okay.
Adam Morrison was good. Didn't look like Melo. Melo looked like an NBA player playing with children.
Yo, side note, Chris Webber, back in the day, remember I was talking about going to Inside? I went to Inside one time when Chris Webber was playing with Sacramento. And it was the end of the night, everyone was leaving. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. And I told my buddy, get the car going, get the car started. Chris Webber's outside. I was when I got inside the car, I rolled down the window, I was like, "Hey, yo, C-Web!" He looked at me, and then I go to him, "Time out!" I just drove off.
You're a dick. You're such a dick.
Sorry, Chris Webber.
And he never came to
I was a kid then.
That's actually pretty funny.
All right, so next up, we got Smite's news.
Yay! Okay, I got a good one for you guys. The first one. Google announcing they're entering the video game market with Stadia. It is an online cloud gaming service. Think of it like this. You turn on your web browser and you put on Call of Duty on your Google browser. And you take out your Google controller and you can play on mobile devices anywhere. This is the future of gaming. Microsoft's been working on it for a very long time. Cloud gaming is going through the next level of video games. And Google is also pairing with their assistant and as well as YouTube. What people don't know is that YouTube started out as a service for people to watch other people play video games. So it turned into a platforming beast, but a lot of the main thing YouTube is for gaming, basically. Are the big players scared? Is this the next thing in video games?
Yo, my one thing is like, how are the servers going to handle that?
It's Google.
Yeah, they're fine. Don't worry about
I
that.
don't know, man. That many people on.
I get
cloud base.
But it's Google.
No, man. Like they've big companies have figured out how servers work now, right? Like, and I just mean that from like Fortnite and Apex. Like those games run seamlessly without any server issues. So I'm sure Google, who has more money than both those companies, I'm sure they'll figure it out. And no one would ever launch anything now without thorough testing and like knowing that they can handle the boatload.
So that's a days and what's that? Days and Dazen with other
The Zone.
The Zone. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's
They don't
the
have the
Zone.
money. That's
Like,
the kind of money, though.
They had a lot of money.
they have money.
They had a lot of money.
$330 million
For nothing.
That's not money. Well, compared
With
to
no
Google,
fights lined up?
compared to Google, that's nothing, right? But is that enough for you to say you're not buying the next console and you're going to pay a subscription price like Netflix?
No,
for
they're not.
instance?
They're not.
We're
Giving
not-
out,
we're
they're,
the-
they're not making a console. They're
That's what I'm
just-
saying. Are you going to forego a console now and just get a controller and play?
We're the wrong
games?
people to ask. We're the wrong people to
You
ask.
can play on your cell phone. You can play anywhere, any device.
I know, we're the wrong people to ask.
No, you know what, man? What I've noticed is people will stick to their platforms that they like, and you know, PlayStation has their streaming game service. I don't know if Xbox does,
Yeah,
but those things don't overshadow people owning their individual games and playing them, the crap out of them. Seems like a good concept, but I don't think
It seems like the future. I don't think it's here yet.
No,
It's not like Google's like starting it.
I don't
It's
think-
not going to be here yet.
not that it's not here yet. I just don't think it's going to catch on.
Oh, I think it will eventually. Whether we'll see it or not, that's the
hardcore
question.
Gamers will not go to this
Well, the push is that because
you do not have the game on your console.
no, what you're doing basically is you're going to a website. You know, you go to a website and visit a web page.
Yeah, we get
You're
the
going to a
concept.
website and starting playing the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, we get the
Okay?
concept. Yeah.
So who they're going after is Twitch. Think of it this way.
Why though? Twitch is streaming.
Think of how simple it's going to be now to stream your gameplay if you're doing it on a server on an internet browser. I'm just so other people to watch, and that platform is YouTube, which Google obviously owns. Right, the seamless way that can happen is what they're
Okay,
promoting.
so they're basically canceling YouTube Gaming and introducing
YouTube gaming is
this.
already canceled.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
why?
Because it didn't work.
Exactly.
So they're saying with this now, right? So what you guys are saying is it's going to fail.
I'm not saying it's going to fail. I just don't think it's going to be taking over Twitch, or it's not going to overrun anyone. It's not going to overrun anyone.
Makes sense. Oh, good.
I think it is the future, but it's not yet. Not yet. Anyway, continue.
Makes sense. Avengers Endgame and Game of Thrones Season 8 are launching the same month. Is this the biggest hype you've ever seen for media? This is over a year of hype for both of these things.
Damn, Skippy.
It might be. I can't think of another year where there probably is. I can't think of another.
Something.
Maybe. What was the TV show that launched at the same time? I can't think of another year where a TV show and a movie that arguably is probably the biggest in its respected fields that's actually launched in the same month. So you might be right. I can't think of anything else.
No. Do you think the hypes went alongside each other? Like,
What do you mean?
Because we knew when Endgame was coming out before, and Game of Thrones was like, you know what, let's bump on and go around the same time.
You think they did it on purpose? You
I
say?
think
No,
it was
no,
like-
no.
No,
Actually,
no,
no. Game of Thrones was supposed to happen earlier, but
You got pushed back.
they got pushed back. That's it's just because
why-
because of the
Why would
winter,
they push it back?
because of the weather, because they need to have winter time.
Yeah, to get it. Anyway, does it pay off?
That's it.
Trying to think of something.
Does it pay off though? Like,
Yeah.
does Game of
Yes.
Thrones go down as the most watched TV show ever? And
Not
Avengers
watch.
Endgame go down.
It's not
as
the watch.
most-
The most watch is Walking Dead.
No, I don't even think that.
No.
Ever?
This year?
Yeah,
Like
Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's Walking Dead.
Walking Dead
Ever?
holds all records. Yeah, man.
Ever?
Holds record.
No.
I know ever, but at the same time as Game of Thrones,
won't
it
be-
was Walking Dead.
It won't be ever because we can't compare it to the 80s and 90s when we didn't have multiple platforms to view our shows, right?
Yeah,
whereas in like the 90s, like a show like Roseanne would get like 20 million viewers because everyone knows on Tuesday nights Roseanne's showing or whatever, right? Yeah. I'm not saying that was the most viewed show ever. I'm just saying, I'm giving you an example of like if you look at how many people watch Game of Thrones when it like live, it's like 10 million or something, which is huge nowadays, but compared to shows in like Seinfeld and stuff.
Yeah,
and like,
but you can't compare because the HBO is an extra. It's not like
I know, and that's another point
That's
too.
why you can't. That's why you
People
can't.
are downloading.
I'm talking about like cable
different
TV,
ways.
where like people were watching like Seinfeld, that like 40 million people were watching like the finale.
But that's
because
why I'm saying
there's
Walking Dead is like the most watched.
But no,
show,
because
man.
no, it's not, because like
I'm telling you, man.
because there's so many different methods to watch that show, and there's other shows on. Whereas like when Seinfeld was on, that was it.
Yeah,
right?
when that
like,
ended, that
when
was
Friends was on, that was it.
You stopped what you're doing to watch TV back then.
You
which
like
doesn't
that was
happen.
like that was when like, okay, Thursday nights I'm watching my shows, right? Like there's no other stuff to like, I don't know, counter program it.
Right. So, but biggest hype TV
In recent years, yes, that's the biggest show, and this will be the biggest movie.
The biggest show watched over a series, Big Bang Theory. Single episode currently.
Yeah.
Single episode, MASH.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
no,
like
that was probably-
Big Bang Theory is kind of like the Nickelback of like TV shows. Like, I don't know anyone that watches it, but
But everyone watches
It's
it.
always on. Yeah, but it's always on. Okay. Lastly, New Zealand has announced today a buyback plan
this.
for assault rifles and magazines and other guns that it has banned 3 days after the troublesome shooting at Two Moss.
It's amazing.
Are we going to get into this? Should we get into this?
The actual question
Why not?
is just one question. Does America even
See,
take
this is what I asked. No,
They
America's
won't
not
do it,
gonna
man. It's too
They're not
much
gonna do it.
money, man.
don't
It's a
care.
multi-billion-dollar industry. They ain't doing nothing.
Like, New Zealand's just small enough where they can do something like that?
No, because other countries do this. Because Canada did the exact same thing when that shooting happened on the Danforth. They stricken more laws on handguns. Australia, this happens. They start taking back rifles and stuff like that. America, when it happens, they double down. Let's put more guns in more people's hands. That's what they do.
It's a
When
great
this
opportunity
stuff-
to sell guns. Because people think they're taking them away. So
I had
everyone's
this
gonna
long
stock up.
conversation with Aaron. Shout out to Aaron of More Podcast. I had this long conversation about this stuff. I'm like,
the More Movie Podcast.
More Movie Podcast, excuse me.
The More Podcast.
I don't know, I'm sorry. It's damn near midnight over here. I'm not opposed for people owning guns.
Whoa. I feel like that's a change from the last time we had
No.
one.
I'm not opposed to people owning guns.
What type of gun? What kind of gun?
Any gun.
Who cares?
I don't care. Any gun. I'm not opposed to people owning guns.
Rocket launchers.
What should happen, it should be harder for people to own a gun. I believe that. Because I believe the majority of people own guns. They're not the ones going up to a tower and shooting people. I honestly believe that. But unfortunately, with that goes, yes, there are people going up to towers and shooting people. So it's kind of a, I don't know, a solution, really. I guess just take the guns away from
Yeah,
people.
do
what
I
everybody
guess-
else does in the
you
rest of the
just-
world.
I know, I guess take the guns away from people.
You took this way deeper than I wanted to.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to go into it.
I know. I just wanted to know, like, are they even taking notes? But yeah, I was like, kudos to them. That's cool. Just, in New Zealand.
Hey man, something bad happened to it, and they, they're like, no, this is not gonna happen.
Yeah,
so
do
they
something.
did something about
Do
it. So
something, right? That's good. Okay, and that's the news.
Good news. Moving on to our newest topic, which we don't have a title for. Was either or.
Yeah.
Did you come up with a title?
Huh?
Did you come up with a title? No.
We just made either or.
No, we'll just keep it with either or for now.
Okay.
So, Benny, this subject is, I give you two options. You choose which one you want, or which one
You've probably
choose.
seen it on Instagram too. We're like putting it on Instagram
Yeah.
too as well.
It's
So
like, you want
Hit me up.
chocolate
Hot
or
dogs, eh?
vanilla
Hit
ice
me
cream?
up.
it's pretty easy.
Okay, first one. In a 7-game series, who would you take? The Celtics or the 76ers?
76.
Celtics.
Okay. Pretty easy game, eh?
Whoa, don't you explain why?
You can if you want. You can elaborate. That's
Celtics
the
are
beauty
better.
of this.
Celtics are better.
This is our podcast, man. You can say whatever you want.
Celtics are better, and the Sixers don't mash.
Why don't you defend these guys at the Celtics? Why do you
Well,
say 76ers?
who's the best player in that series?
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie, yeah.
Okay.
It's Gordon Hayward.
Okay. I'm going to say Joel Embiid.
That's fine.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then I'm gonna say
After the game you had last
we
night.
just saw it yesterday. And then after that, who is gonna be the facilitator of the offense for the Boston Celtics? You're gonna say Kyrie Irving, but
Kyrie
the
Irving.
Boston
Or Hayward.
Celtics aren't gonna agree with you on that, and that's the problem. The 76ers know who their number one guy is.
Okay, I didn't really want to get to the next question. I didn't really want to get to it. Next question.
What is your more ideal night out or ideal night in? Watching a movie on Netflix or watching a movie at a movie theater?
Movie theater.
Yeah,
Movie theater.
VIP movie theater.
Okay.
You have to add the VIP.
I will also
No
add
experience,
that.
man.
Although I had an awful experience last time I went.
Oh,
What happened? Somebody spilled something?
So this is cautionary tale. No, cautionary tale going to a big movie that first weekend.
Captain Marvel?
Yes. So I went to see Captain Marvel last week.
6 out of 10.
You went up.
Huh?
You went up. You said 5 out of 10 last
Why
time.
are you hating on Captain
5 or
Marvel,
6.
man?
Whatever.
I didn't see that.
The,
I haven't
the-
seen
the
it
thing
yet.
is, the thing is, when you do Marvel movies, you compare them against the other Marvel
Anyways,
movies. Anyway,
your point.
My point is, this jackass in front of me had a jewel or a vapor pen. And he was
Oh.
he was just blowing weed, and they went through. It was him and his girlfriend and his other buddy, and they went through 2 bottles of wine,
Oh, man.
and they were literally
So
talking.
the common folk is now taking over VIP.
and they were talking through the whole thing
It
too.
was a good run, guys.
How did I get
Where's
tickets?
the Elite Theater?
Yeah. What's the next level?
Where was the elite?
Can I upgrade from
The
VIP?
elite, the elitist. So that was my bad experience. Anyway, continue with your either or.
This is Chick-fil-A or KFC?
This is not even close. This is not even close. So if you guys followed me on Instagram last week, I took a 2-hour drive just to go to Chick-fil-A, and it was hilarious because I went to Chick-fil-A, and there was my neighbor was at Chick-fil-A too. I was like, "What are you doing here?" I came here for Chick-fil-A.
Pretty funny.
Wanted to, have some Chick-fil-A.
I haven't
Have you had Chick-fil-A,
I
Ben?
haven't had Chick-fil-A before.
Have you had Chick-fil-A?
Yes, and I would choose over KFC.
Yeah, it's KFC.
Okay,
though,
well,
man.
you're allowed to have a wrong opinion, and you're just wrong. Sorry, you're wrong.
Who's wrong?
It's my.
I said I'd
said
have
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A over KFC. Man.
Oh, I thought you said KFC.
Wow.
Sorry, I only heard
That's
KFC.
KFC though,
Sorry,
man. Ain't
I
that-
only heard KFC. Yes, Chick-fil-A.
Mary Brown's better than KFC.
Ooh.
I don't love Mary Brown.
Mary Brown's is definitely better than KFC.
I don't love Mary Brown.
100%.
Sometimes I just need the grease, bro.
Any other ones?
That Filipino joint's better than KFC. Jubilee. Oh, well. What else can hold us water?
Jollibee.
Jollibee, Jubilee.
I don't know if that's racist or not. Okay.
It's just that he threw
I
it
thought
in
it was
there.
Jubilee, but it's Jollibee.
Jollibee. It's
Jollibee,
okay.
sorry, my bad. Sorry, folks.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Sorry.
Wars.
The long silence was me. Kids. Oh man, Star Wars. Star Wars.
And my last one. Fudgios or Oreo?
Oh my
Oh, man,
goodness.
Oreos.
Oreos.
What's wrong with you?
No, that's a tough one.
No, it isn't.
No, Oreos. And now they made them stack. They stacked them higher now, man.
Fudgios are
They
good,
stuffed them.
man.
Only serial killers pick Fudgios.
Fudgios are good.
No word of a lie.
The cookie part of Fudgios is better than Oreo.
I agree.
It is
So
not.
So hold on.
I agree.
What do you say? What would you say?
That's I'm not.
That's not his place to say.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, what if I threw in a third one? A pirate cookie.
No, Oreos.
I don't think I've had a pirate cookie.
You have
That's the peanut butter.
Yeah, I don't think I've had it.
It's peanut butter cookie on peanut butter.
No, I don't think I've had it.
Listen, true story for work.
You didn't pick.
I
You take
actually-
Fudgio? Smart.
Yeah.
I actually went to the plant for work where they make the Oreos.
You steal anything?
Oh no, but they actually
Walk around eating Oreos.
no, but they give you like a gift bag because we did this huge presentation, or whatever, and they give you this gift bag, and it came with everything in it. Like
In Canada, we don't get the other Oreos, do we?
it's made here though.
And we don't get them.
I got this. I got like I guess before it came here, like the chocolate. I mean the Reese's peanut butter like versions and stuff like that of Oreos. I was just like, wow, this stuff's so great.
Reese's peanut butter over the last couple of years is basically infusing themselves into everything. There's a Reese's Pieces something or other for everything. Soon they're going to be making chicken.
Yep.
Reese's Pieces chickens.
Pieces rice.
Reese's Pieces rice. And those are like the golden. Like we don't get the mint ones and we don't get the strawberry ones up here and stuff like that.
But it's all made here, man. It's pretty cool. Yeah, because you can't even buy it there. They're just They just put it together and ship it out.
Little fun fact: Oreos is the only dessert that Casey J. Ford will eat.
Mr. Casey J. Ford, get that right.
That is the only dessert he will eat, Wells.
Because it has white and black on no other colors on it.
Funny.
I don't know if that's the reason, but
Yep.
all right.
Vanilla,
So
and that's it.
that was either or. You can find a couple of these gems on the gram too as well, just randomly popping up. So let's get into some MLB. You all right there, Smith? You all right there, Junior?
I'm tired. Well, we had to wait for you, so
For an hour as you play video games.
You know, we started the show exactly at 10 p.m., so I'm very proud of you guys.
okay.
No thanks to you. Anyway, let's get into some MLB predictions.
Let's go. I
season-
can't wait to laugh at y'all.
The season technically has started today. Technically, yesterday in Japan. Technically,
They've already played their 2 games.
Can we sign off Ichiro now?
I'm sorry.
Can we sign off Ichiro now?
What do you mean,
So
sign
the
them
season started yesterday.
and this is new from last year because they're starting a little earlier to stretch out. Stretch out everything.
They did it a couple years ago in Japan as well.
But no, I mean starting this early.
No, they did it last year.
They did?
This is
Oh,
part,
okay. I thought it was
this
a
is
new
part
thing.
of the CBA where they wanted more days off in the regular season, so they're starting the season earlier.
Okay,
And this happened last year. It started in March.
which is absolutely stupid. Why are you starting during March Madness? It
No,
makes
start
sense.
next week.
They're still starting during March
Turn
Madness.
us on. Well, they would have started anyways.
Yeah, they would start anyway.
after.
March Madness is on.
Yeah, they would have started at the end of
Okay.
March Madness.
Anyways,
The funny part is that Seattle and Oakland, who played in Japan, are coming back this week, and they're playing more spring training games, and then they're
playing
going
games?
back to so
That's
they already have
rough.
2 games under
so
their belt.
weird.
Yeah,
It's so weird.
That is weird. But
this was all a love fest for Ichiro.
that's exactly what I was going to say.
You want to start us off? You want to start in AL?
I want to start Ichiro, man. Ichiro retired.
Okay, you're retired.
Ichiro
And?
was one of the greatest ever.
Yes, and
It's a beautiful send-off. They went to Japan for the guy. They went for Japan and played games that counted for that guy to go up to bat and fans to watch. And it wasn't a preseason, so they went to watch real games. So Ichiro go to bat when it counted for him to have his last at bat. I thought that was a very respectful move, and I was very proud.
Japanese, man. Very Japanese.
Yes, it was. I was very happy, and I was happy.
So
for
happy
Ichiro.
that you watched any of the games.
I was happy for Ichiro. I would like to say that I saw his last at bat via highlight, but I did see his last at bat. He retired right after the game. He came
so
out in the
honorable.
4th inning.
yeah, highlights. I YouTubed it.
Good job. What do you want me to do?
All right, that is good. Yes, one of the best ever. Anybody wants to kick us off in the AL?
What do you want to? Well,
But predict who's going to win the division. Get the wild card, the 2 wild card spots.
I want to hear you guys.
It's not very exciting.
Mine is very boring.
I'm the same guy as last year. Like, the Red Sox are the best team in baseball. They will win
Are
the
they?
AL East. But it's going to be very close.
What are you guys screaming about? Go on, Benny. Go on. You guys are the
Well,
baseball
we should
lovers.
go in like some sort of sequential order here and be, you know.
ahead.
Okay, you give your division picks. I'll give mine. Benny, then you.
All right, go. Let's go. Smythe, you're up first.
I have the Red Sox narrowly winning the AL East again. And it could be 1 or 2 games. But I just don't think the Yankees are 105 win team. I don't know how else to say it. Like, that's a lot of wins. The Central, the Indians.
And they got 100 last year, right?
Yeah, I think they're just 105. Anyway, and they're the best team in baseball by a landslide. The Central, Indians by a large margin.
Yeah.
West, Astros, large margin. And I'm talking 7-8 games over clear of the next guy there. And I don't see, like, and then now there's 1 wild card team. The Yankees obviously take 1.
2 wildcard teams.
I know, but I mean, 1's already gone, so 1's up for grabs, basically.
You think Astros by a long shot? Really?
Yeah, I do.
Really? You don't think the Angels are gonna? They got 82 wins
Who the
last.
Angels get?
No one really.
Yeah. Have you seen their rotation?
But what's his name was hurt. Yeah.
Who?
The Japanese guy. He got hurt.
Ohtani.
He got hurt.
Yeah, but he only pitched 40 innings last year.
He's going to become a full-time hitter soon, and he'll probably relieve a few innings. I think
Not
he's
this
better.
year.
Who has your wild cards, Smith?
I'm trying to look at the team that had the second one, and I don't know, man. I got like 1.
Which is
The Yankees, man. The Yankees own a wild card spot.
this is like last year. This is Wells. Could you please help me out here?
Okay.
Who do you got? Who do you got in the AL?
So the AL East, I have the Yankees.
Wow, really, eh?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think for what Boston did last year, everything went right for them. Mm-hmm. Everything went right for them. Mm-hmm. All their free agent signings, all their pitching went great. They didn't even have a great bullpen, and they still somehow, You're not worried
about Yankees rotation?
I'm getting there.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna step back now. I'm gonna step back. You talk.
You just started with the amuse-bouche, dog. He started with the amuse-bouche.
Talk your stuff. Talk your stuff, man.
The Bo Sox, I have the Yankees winning the division.
Uh-huh.
I have the Red Sox not even making the playoffs this year.
Yo, the table just moved.
Hold on, wait. Didn't I do this last year? I did this exact same thing last year. And I was proving horribly wrong.
In the Central, I have the Indians just because the rest of the division is terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I have the Astros in the West, not because the rest of the division is terrible, but they're just so good. My wild cards are the Angels because I think they somehow figure it out. And
they weren't that far off last year. I think they were only a game. They had
they
82.
fell apart. Them and Seattle fell apart.
Yeah.
And I had the Twins being the other wild card because that division is so bad. The gap from the Indians to the Twins and then the rest of the division, I feel like the Twins are going to beat up on the rest of the division. Because remember, they play each team 19 times this year. So the Tigers and the Royals are absolute butt cheeks. And I feel like the Twins are going to beat up on them. I feel like the Indians will beat up on them. The Indians and the Twins will, go back and forth with each other. And the Shy Sox are not... They're an up-and-coming team, but they're just not there yet. The Red Sox. Now, the reason why I said the Red Sox are going to be a tire fire this year, they don't have a bullpen, as is. Craig Kimbrell didn't resign. No one knows what he's doing right now. They don't have a bullpen. Their rotation, everything went right for them last year. Everything went right for them. Their offense, they had career years from everyone, okay? And I'm talking Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts, if you look at his season trajectories, he has one great year, one good year. One great year, one good year. So he's on his good year. JD Martinez, you think he's really going to do what he did again last year? Mitch Moreland, like Xander Bogaerts, all these guys had career years last year. I don't think they do it again this year. They were really close in one-run games last year, and now that they don't have a bullpen, I don't know how they're going to get...
keep that same record.
Yeah. Now, the Yankees, I think, are going to steamroll everyone this year. I hate it. I friggin' hate it. But they have the rotation and the depth. I know Severino's hurt, but they got Paxton. Okay? They got Tanaka. They just got Gio Gonzalez. They got J Happ. Who else am I missing? They got CC, who's hurt. Their bullpen is ridiculous. If you look at any bullpen in the AL, their bullpen... In baseball,
arguably,
in the AL, there's no one that can compete with their bullpen.
It's not even.
And like
my only thing about bullpens is you can't rely on them year to year.
You can't, but they have so many arms that you can't rely on them. Like they went and got Ottavino, who was probably one of the best relievers in the NL last year. Add that to Chapman, Betances, who else? Chad Green, Zach Britton, like. It's I hate it. I hate the fact that I'm saying that the Yankees will be so good, but they're going to be so good. They're going to beat up on everyone. They're going to be way over 100 wins. I haven't even talked about their offense yet. They don't know who they have guys like Didi's not come back to July, but they're still guys. They still have all-stars who aren't in the lineup. DJ LeMahieu they got from Colorado and Troy Tulowitzki. I don't know if he's going to last until June, but they have the depth. I hate to say it, but they're the class of the AL.
Yo, man, you're absolutely...
So you seem the same.
Yeah, same boat. You kind of stole everything from me. The only thing I would say is in the East, I got Yankees first. And then for my wild card... for my wild card, I got Boston, actually, not Minnesota.
I have the Rays ahead of Boston, by the way.
Woo! I was going to say, watch out for the Rays. I think they will finish third. Yeah, they will finish.
That's like
but you have them really high now, eh?
That's a good summary, buddy.
I apologize. I actually have the Rays instead of the Angels as the other wild card.
Wow, eh? You're that high on them. Like I'm high on them, but I'm not that high.
6 wins.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
I think they're gonna get close to that. I don't think they're gonna get there, but I think they're close.
If you look at their second half last year, after all the trades they made, is they were probably the top 3 team in the AL. Behind the Yankees and the Red Sox in the second half of the season. That's ahead of Astros, ahead of Cleveland. I just think they have.
No, they were the team last year with that funky rotation thing they did, right?
Yeah, they have the opener.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the opener, and then they have their 3 starters. They went and got Charlie Morton, who's amazing. Blake Snell won the Cy Young for them last year. I don't know, man. I love their mentality, their game plan. They don't have any stars, but they have a lot of good players.
Hey, man. Good summary, man. That was actually really good.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been doing.
Where do you guys have the Jays in?
4th.
Yeah.
In their division.
Yeah, same. Here. Same.
Over under 70.
Yep.
Yeah.
Over
71.
75.
72, 73.
Baltimore finished with 40 something last year.
They'll finish with 50 something.
No, I'm just saying for the Jays, maybe 6. No, they're gonna go under. I'm gonna go under.
I think the Jays will have. I think for the Jays, I think you'll see a lot of games where they lose, but you'll see a lot of games where they win. You're like, wow, there's a lot of potential here. But no one's expecting them to do well. But I still think they have adequate players. Like, it's gonna be fun this year. Like watching them.
It's gonna be interesting what they're gonna do with Sanchez, though, man. Because he's coming
and
up.
Stroman.
Yeah. And Stroman, yeah.
Because Sanchez with buddy boy, what's the name?
I think the division.
Scott Boras.
Scott Boras never sends anybody in trouble. So he's pretty much.
Well, yeah, whatever.
I would trade Sanchez when I can.
Well, they can't.
They can't right now because his value is so low. Same as Stroman. Right?
Yeah. I don't know. The division's not going to be as easy as it was last year.
The
Orioles
won't be as bad as people think they will because they got a new manager. They had a veteran manager last year.
But I'm talking about the Rays. Like the Rays are.
Rays were a 90-win team last year.
Yeah. And the Jays are, in theory, worse.
Are they?
In theory.
Are they?
With the younger guys. Wow. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. In theory, they're worse. With the younger players.
Good call. I don't know if they're worse.
I don't think they're worse. They have more guys They have more guys competing for positions.
Yeah,
like
everything.
But they're younger guys, right? So you don't know.
That doesn't mean bad. That's not bad.
No, it doesn't mean bad. But doesn't mean good either.
Yeah.
No, but I think there's more upside.
Yeah. Red Sox, Indians, Astros, Yankees, Angels.
Wow. Going on a limb, eh?
Yeah, going on a limb. I was going to bring up the Rays. I didn't think you were going to go all the way there with the Rays.
Yeah. I like the Rays. What about award predictions?
For the AL?
Rookie, Cy Young, MVP. Are we doing those?
Yep.
Oh, all right. Thanks for that.
I wasn't ready for that.
No, it's fine. I didn't put it in the lineup, so that's fine. You guys can come up with something if you like. I was gonna say Mookie Betts, Chris Sale, and Vladdy.
Wow, really going on a limb here.
I was gonna say Mike Trout, but I'm like, but again, not going on a limb on that one.
Trout is the easy way.
Yeah.
For MVP, I have 3 of each for like Cy Young, Roy, and Cy Young. MVP, I have Judge, Bregman, Chapman, Matt Chapman from Oakland. That is.
Yep.
Cy Young, I have.
He had a good year last year. You think he's going to repeat?
Really
You think he's going to repeat?
And he's amazing as a defender. Cy Young, I have Berrios from Minnesota, Trevor Bauer from Cleveland, and Chris Sale from the Red Sox. And Rookie of the Year, I have Vladdy, Eloy Jimenez, and Kyle Tucker and Danny Jansen.
But really, it's Vladdy, right?
Huh?
It's going to be Vladdy, right?
Really, Danny Jansen?
Danny Jansen. Here's the thing about Danny Jansen. At predictions, so like certain... I'm a nerd, right? So I look at all the projections for the year coming up. He is projected to be the 3rd best offensive catcher in the AL.
All right.
As a rookie? I don't know. I'm just saying. Wolford won.
Ooh.
Smythe, who are your picks?
You got any off the top of your head? No? Okay.
Yeah, I picked my division winners, and that was it. As far as I went.
All right, let's go NL.
Let's go.
Lead us off there, Smythe, please.
They're in the East.
Mine are boring too as well.
I think my man Bryce Harper does it. It takes Philly to the playoffs. I got the Phillies in the East. Central, I got a toss between the Cubs and the Brewers.
Toss or who wins?
I'm going to say Cubs again.
Okay.
On the West, I got the Dodgers.
Wild cards?
Wild card, Brewers, and Washington. Because they can't be bad.
Who, the Brewers?
No, Washington.
Oh, Washington?
They can't miss playoffs.
All right. Educate us, please, Wells.
Why?
Go on. Give me your picks.
NL East, I have the Nats winning the division.
Mm-hmm.
NL Central, I have the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
And the West, I have the Rockies.
Ooh, really? You think so, eh?
My 2 playoff teams are the Phillies as the wild card 1 and the Reds as the wild card 2.
I knew you'd be behind the Reds. I knew he was going to be behind.
The NL East, I think the Nats, I know they lost Bryce Harper, but they
still
still
a team,
have an amazing lineup. They went and got the best free agent pitcher on the market, Patrick Corbin. So their top 3 is like unparalleled. No one can top that top 3.
They always have that top. And then they just...
Well, they had a great rotation before, but they added Patrick Corbin.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, and the NL East is very lefty heavy.
Yeah.
They went and got a lefty starter. Their closer is Sean Doolittle, is an amazing lefty closer. Just saying. Phillies, I think they get the wild card 1 because I think they'll be dueling with the Nats and the Braves. That division is a grinder, man.
Yeah.
Because you could at the end of the season, I have the Nats 1, the Phillies 2, Braves 3, Mets 4. You could flip flop all that at the end of the year and throw it out,
and you wouldn't.
And I wouldn't be surprised at who comes out on top.
What
Marlins are trash.
I said the Braves were like a flash in the pan. Like they got there, and they're like, "Oh man, look at us! We're
I don't think they're ready.
The Braves coming out of that East.
Really, I don't think they're ready yet.
I wouldn't. My only thing with the Braves is I don't like their pitching. Is they don't have any names, right?
But they got a big.
They have a great offense, and they have probably maybe
and
the
a big
MVP.
yard, even with the.
I don't know, man. The Central, I have. Like I said, I have the Cardinals as 1. They went and got Paul Goldschmidt, who's probably the best first baseman in baseball. Mm-hmm. They got another year with all these guys. Their lineup's deep. They have guys fighting for spots in the lineup, right? Like Tyler O'Neill and Harrison Bader in the outfield. And the Reds is a wild card. Like the Reds made some crazy moves, man. They got
you were high on the Reds from last year. I remember this.
No, I didn't think anything about the Reds last year.
No, not last year. I mean the moves they were doing in the offseason. Sorry, the offseason. The moves they were doing in the offseason. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Sonny Gray, they already had a prolific offense in that barn box of an offensive field. Like that you hit a pop fly and that everything goes out in that field. You know, Joey Votto now has a huge lineup with them. Same thing as the NL East. You can give me 1 to 4, shuffle it up. I wouldn't be surprised if the Brewers won the division. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cubs won the division.
You don't think the Brewers overachieved last year?
They definitely did.
That's why I was gonna put them in, but I'm like I think they
went
overachieved.
Out and they made more moves this year.
Yeah.
They got a better catcher. They got an all-star catcher. Yasmani Grandal.
But just like the Red Sox, a lot of stuff that happened last year, it was like everything was perfect for them type
I agree.
thing. So I think they kind of overachieved from last year.
I agree, and maybe that's why I didn't give them love. But
yeah.
I think they can, like, same with the Cubs. I think any of these guys can fit into being the best in the division. As for the West, man, the Rockies, they don't have to worry about Arenado's off-season, like being a free agent. They signed him up for 8 years. They actually have a really good rotation this year, which you can never say for Colorado ever. And I think it's better than the Dodgers. The Dodgers, Kershaw's hurt. Who's what's going to happen to him? They got AJ Pollock, but that's it. Like they didn't go make any big signings in the outfield or to address some needs that they have. I know they're getting Seager back this year for a full year. But I just think
who's the rookie last year? That rookie pitcher, Walker
Buehler.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah,
he's really good.
Do you want to watch the Padres?
I think they're third.
Did you put the Padres in the playoffs?
No.
You said they're going to win like 90 games. When
I said they can. I said they very well can. I said watch the Padres. I think they're going to be a fun team to watch.
Benny, what do you got?
Yo, so the East side, actually, I have the Braves.
Mm-hmm.
The West, I had Rockies. The Central was tough, man. I was really stuck between the Brewers and the Cards, really, to be honest with you. But it's really a crapshoot, whichever one gets it. And my wild card would probably be Philly. And actually, I got the Dodgers getting in there. Just edging out like teams like Washington, some of the other guys that just won't make it in time. Dodgers always get that magic near the end of the year, man.
They always do it. They always do it,
man. I think this could be a dumpster fire year for them, man.
Could.
Well, we were saying that at the beginning of the year, last year, but they always managed.
They had a bad start.
Yeah, they had Nationals, Cardinals, Dodgers, Cubs, Rockies. Rockies is the one team I'm like kind of. Yeah, that was a team I might have taken out, but yeah, they'll still do it. Want to go with some awards there? Arenado, MVP, Walker, Cy Young, and Chris Paddock from the Padres. He'll probably get called up in April. And no, you don't think so?
That's high aspirations, but
You hurt my heart now. I think
they're
you can call
calling up any of their pitchers until next year.
Oh, you hurt my heart.
They're
now.
not gonna be ready yet, man. Well,
all right, I guess I'm going out on a limb on that one for Rookie of the Year.
I think maybe Tatis from that team, but MVP I have Rendon from the Nationals with Arenado and Acuna behind him. I have Cy Young Scherzer as a pretty easy pick, but until he proves that he's not human, I won't go against him. But look for Jameson Taillon from the Pirates to do well, and Sonny Gray. I think he's gonna have a crazy year for the Reds. Rookie of the Year, I have Pete Alonso from the Mets. He's like a big home run hitter.
I had him and I scratched him out. Just because I wanted to go a little bit off the...
And then I have Tatis Jr. and
I wanted to be off the grid.
I have Tatis Jr. from the Padres and Robles from the Nationals. Robles is going to kind of fill into that Bryce Harper role.
Sweet.
Not that he's going to be...
You guys have any words off the top of your head? Benny, Smythe, any words off the top of your head? I know you have somebody in that little noggin, Smythe. No? Nothing? Oh.
Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, I'm just like I was not ready for that.
Anything else from this season? Anything else you want to watch out for? And there are teams you're like, okay, watch out for this team. They might be exciting. Nothing.
Yeah, no, I said the Padres, man. That's my look for the year.
I'm liking the Braves this year.
That's fine.
You're a Braves guy. I'm gonna watch a lot of Jays this year. I think. No, you're not. I am because I want to see the future. What they're gonna be
next year, 2 years from now is when they're
both
gonna
y'all
be.
ain't gonna watch crap. We know it
together.
You ain't gonna watch.
At least I'm not gonna lie about
2
it.
years from now, I don't think 2 years from now they're gonna be fun to watch.
I don't think I'm gonna sit down and watch a game from start to finish. But I'm gonna follow them the entire year. That's how
when you say 2 years from now they're gonna be fun to watch, Benny, what do you mean?
So offensively fun to watch. I can't say anything about the pitching, but
okay.
Offensively they're gonna be fun to watch. They're gonna have a good team. It's gonna be basically the core guys have been putting together in the minors. If they project to be where they're gonna be,
my only beef is they're not all gonna hit. If they all hit, that's very, very, very lucky. But they're not all gonna hit.
Everyone has their people. The most successful teams, guys, have the roles. So regardless, not everyone. I'm not saying everybody's going to hit home runs like it was like the Jays in 2016, 2017, whatever. But they're going to be fun to watch, man. I don't know about pitching. I can't say about pitching because there's nothing really coming down the pipe.
Nate Pearson. Yeah. TJ Zoik.
You can go get pitching.
Pardinho.
Right? That's how baseball.
You can always get bullpen. You can't get really starting pitching. You can always find bullpen. Yeah, you can always find a bullpen.
I don't know if you guys heard Axford, Tepera,
they're all
Bud Norris, all hurt. They have no bullpen right now. Yeah.
I guarantee you, you're gonna see this in like throughout the season. They're gonna go through like 15 guys, just trying to figure out something. It's gonna happen. Yeah. So like bullpen, I always say you find the guys.
For every
right?
15 guys, you might find one or two.
Yeah,
and this is the year they do it. They're gonna go and lose games trying to find guys for the future, right?
They did it last year too. They just found guys, right? They just looked for guys, right? That's it for MLB predictions. Tune in at the end of the year, see how much we're wrong.
Do we ever compare?
Do you want to compare?
All those predictions that Smythe laid out.
do we ever go back and be like, here? Yeah, actually, we do.
Feel for me.
NFL, we do a lot.
No, thanks for
I
filling,
can't
guys.
wait to see our results from the hockey one.
Thanks for filling, guys.
I think we're almost spot on in the hockey.
No,
we're never
every
spot on
year I
for
say
hockey.
Buffalo and they don't do anything.
Yeah, we're never spot on for hockey. So that's our MLB predictions.
That's horrible.
Is that the hockey?
No,
those are baseball predictions.
Baseball predictions
from last year.
Yep.
Yeah,
there at the bottom.
I think we're off like one team.
All right, that's it for the podcast.
Actually,
we did some.
I can't believe this is the Blue Jays.
Who did that?
I did. I said Blue Jays last year. Yeah. I got everyone else right except for the Blue Jays.
I think I was high on the Twins last year. Yeah, I had Twins and Angels. I basically had what you have right now last year.
A lot of people had the Jays in the wild card, man. Don't worry. That's the norm.
Not a lot of people. Just him. Just him.
Yeah.
Nope. Nobody did. Just him.
There was an island.
I know all the Angels except for that.
All right. Anyway, that's it. We potted.
Yep.
Tell the people where you can find us. Smythe.
Potted. You can find the Team Podcast everywhere you get your pods. Includes Google Pods, Spotify, iTunes, Park Daily, and also our favorite social media sites: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and my personal favorite, Tumblr.
Who else?
You can find me and the Horseplay Podcast on iTunes. Just search Horseplay Podcast. You can find me on Instagram at Veepin52 or on Twitter at Veep52. Check me out.
And you got a tournament roaring on.
Look for my hot takes, man. MLB The Show comes out next week, guys.
Ooh, baby.
Can't wait.
Benny, where can a few people talk to you?
Yo, hit me up on LinkedIn, dog. I'm straight business, looking for some automation solutions. You know who to reach out to. That's where I'm at. Yeah, I am on Instagram. It's all private, anyways. But yeah, man, if you want to hit me up, LinkedIn.
You still have
Ben
Twitter?
Pinto. Yeah, I still have it. I look at it for news and stuff. But
okay.
Really, to be totally frank with you. And shout out to my girls, P and B. Love ya.
P and B. And of course, you can find all this podcast goodness, The Park Daily, theparkdaily.com. Helps us out a lot. You can find the horseplay. You can find this podcast, Channel 99, coming soon. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks or so. Yeah, and of course, you can find me, Nash_the team. You look at all your predictions like who else? Nash_the team on Twitter, Nash Dwayne on Instagram. And that's it. And we're out.
Team podcast. We love sports just like you.